Good afternoon, everyone, from the Lake Oval. Conditions overcast for the most important game here this afternoon between Hawthorn and Geelong. Geelong currently sitting in 5th spot on the ladder. Hawthorn are 6th. Hawthorn, by percentage, well, they've got to win by at least 7 goals if they're going to steal 5th position. We'll be back with all the action after this break. Going to make it into the 5. Greg Deere tapping it from the centre once again. Trying to push it forward was Paul Jeffries for Geelong. He might get the free kick too, just on the defensive side of centre, as I welcome to the microphone, firstly, Peter McKenna. Good afternoon, Peter.
How are you?
Would have been Damien Drum scoring the first for the Cats. So they're 1 on the board. Earlier, Hawthorn have got to win this game by something like 7 goals if they are going to make it into the 5. Greg Deere tapping it from the centre once again. Trying to push it forward was Paul Jeffries for Geelong. He might get the free kick too, just on the defensive side of centre, as I welcome to the microphone, firstly, Peter McKenna. Good afternoon, Peter.
How are you, Sandy?
And Tommy Scott. Tom?
Hang on.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of boxing and Tommy Hitman Hearns.
Actually, no, the reason I said that, I had a school teacher at school that always got it confused. He always called me Tommy Scott, and you're the first. Yeah, that's interesting.
Thank you, Don.
To you anyway, Don. Scott Wade, it is with the ball, number 13 on half-back flank for Hawthorn. He's been a tremendous player this year in the Army Reserve Cup team for Hawthorn. He kicks up towards centre wing. It's great for Geelong. Geelong seem to be kicking to the end, favoured by the breeze. Going in after it there for Hawthorn is Allen. On that centre wing, number 44 for Geelong is Formica. Scoreboard at the moment showing 1 goal to Geelong. That was kicked by Damien Drum. And Hawthorn yet to score. Centre wing area. Hit down, comes towards that wing position. The handball comes out wide. Hawthorn try to crash it into attack. Coming through is Flynn. The pass comes out wide. Streaming down the wing is Nigel Cole. He breaks away and kicks towards the half-forward line. Flying for the mark there for Geelong was Grover. Now it's Damien Drum again as he fires at the goals, just offline and through for 1 behind. And there's Damien on your screen, a good, tough, rugged half-forward. So the scoreboard showing Geelong 1-1, Hawthorn yet to score.
Don Scott again awarding $100 to the player he considers the best on the ground in this very important match today. Alan Reid in front takes the easiest of marks. Thought about going on with it. We'll now go back and have a long shot in towards the forward zone. He may just about make the distance too. Some 45 to 50 metres out. Drop punt on its way, looks good into the square, just off target, and another behind. So the Cats doing all the attacking in these opening minutes. 1-2, 8 points. Hawthorn yet to score.
Well, a very important game, Don, a very cutthroat game, because the winner, of course, goes into the final series.
Yes, well, Peter, actually some of the games we've had down here have been of high standard, and today the way it started off, it looks like the players are very intent and they're acting with a lot of purpose, whereas you go out into some games and they're just going through the motions.
And Peter, having been away for a couple of weeks, let me just say how nice it is to be back, but it's amazing things you notice, and obviously that hair restorer that Don's using is not working.
It is at the back. It's getting pretty long at the back, but short at the front, so that might be a new style. There's the kick from the half-back line by Hawthorn. Oh, looking up there for Mark Turner. He couldn't quite take the mark. And the umpire has decided there's a free kick there, and it will go Hawthorn's way, and it looks like Turner is going to be the recipient.
Actually, while Sandy was away, Peter, you'd be interested to know he's picked up a new writer, and he's come back with a lot of new stories.
A few new lines.
Yeah, I think so.
There's Morrissey, who we saw played very well the last time we were out here at the Lakeside Oval. Bennett was there. Now the ball's been brought away by the Cats right down centre wing. Now here's the run again by Nigel Cole. He's got a ton of pace, as has his brother Michael, who's in the seniors. And a lovely pass. It was a beautifully delivered pass down there to Stephen Reynolson. who is a surprise inclusion in the side. We didn't have him down as one of the players listed, but obviously has been put in at the last minute, and he's just snuck that one through for a goal.
The magnificent voice of Mario Lanza with 18 of his most loved songs. Now immortalized on this collector's album. Mario Lanza, the magnificent voice. Only $9.99.
Good start by the Cats, 2-2-14. The Hawks yet to score, and it's Geelong into attack once again on that centre wing position. The tackle could have almost been too high by young Pratt, but players allowed to go on. Pratt goes in again, unable to pick up the football, and the umpire will come in. No, he's going to, I thought he may have bounced it with Langford doing the tackling, but he's given the free kick. Receiving the handball is Alfie Clark for the Cats. Gets it across to Nigel Cole again. His kick off the side of the boot towards the half-forward line. Who's going to be waiting down for it? First to come out is Steve Hocking. Long in towards full forward once again. No one able to take it with the one hand, and it is eventually pushed through for one behind with Scott Grover up there in the forward lines trying to take it with one grab but unsuccessful. So 2-3-15, Hawthorn yet to score, and it'll be Moncrief bringing the ball back into play.
Long kick by Moncrief right out towards the half-back line. A lovely mark is taken there for the Hawks also by Chris Langford. A hand pass comes out to Alan Goad. Oh, clever play by Goad. He gets it over to Considine. Considine traps it. Has the ball taken away from him there by the Geelong player there in Formica. It's still at centre-half forward for Hawthorn. They're desperately trying to get it into attack, but there's another free kick going Geelong's way. And it is number 34 for Geelong, and that is Basil Flynn. Flynn streams away with no pressure on him at all as he kicks long right down towards half-forward. Damien Drum tries to punch it away. Oh, good, strong defensive play by Hawthorn, and the long kick comes right out towards centre wing. Going after it on that centre wing position is the Hawthorn player there. He was caught. That was Allen being caught. A beautiful tackle there by Nigel Cole. And that's that pace we're talking about, Sandy. He was able to get to his opponent there and make that lovely tackle.
He started really well. Kicks up towards the half-forward lane. Langford was there for Hawthorn, and he's made a quick recovery. He went down very heavily in the opening minutes, but does appear to be okay now as Jamie Turner goes back towards the half-forward line once again. 4 Geelong players to the 1 Hawthorn player, and it was Ray Sarcevic who takes it away up towards the half-forward line. And the Cats looking the far better combination at the moment as Ross Christensen takes it at half-forward.
Mark Turner, Jamie Turner for Collingwood.
Thank you, Don. I've got Turners everywhere. Fitter and Turners.
Well, Christensen is a very good kick for goal normally, Sandy. I'll try and put the moz on him here. I usually do when I say that, but he is normally a very, very accurate kick.
Using the drop punt, coming back. Doesn't look too bad, that one. He's put it through, and the third goal goes on the board for the Cats. So they move along now to 3-3-21. Hawthorn still yet to score, and for those people wondering about Thelma, yes, I'm happy to say she is here at the Lake Oval in all her splendour. There she is. Thelma, who's been such a great supporter of the Army Reserve throughout the year. In fact, I saw her talking to the Army Reserve people before we came on.
Did you get any lollies today, Sandy? That's what I want to know, because I haven't seen them yet.
No, we had devoured the Milky Way.
Back to the centre of the ground. A great start by the Cats. That was Greg Deere, 51, trying to get the hit out. In went Alan Reid after it. Alan Goad's there also. Gets a hurry kick towards half forward. A long hand pass. That was a lovely hand pass from Bennett. A push down as the kick from Turner comes right up towards full forward. This might bounce through. Oh, kicked off the ground by Morrissey. And he has, let's see, it's a goal.
Come and share a good square meal.
Come and share a good round meal.
The Colonel's are round special. Get a bucket of chicken. 11 pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken for just $7.99.
Have a barrel of fun. The big barrel, 16 pieces for just $11.99.
That's our all-round special. The bucket, 11 pieces for $7.99.
The barrel, 16 pieces for $11.99.
Both with buns and gravy. So come on round. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
So the Hawks are on the scoreboard thanks to James Morrissey. 1 straight goal, trailing the Cats 3-3-21. We might ask our producer Don to give us an idea of the time too, because the scoreboard not working at the moment as Alan Goad puts Hawthorn into attack. Thank you, Don. 11 minutes gone in this first term. Here's the opportunity for the Hawks once again. This time it's Peter Curran under plenty of pressure, but centres it beautifully. Through comes Goad in towards the open goal. Hits the post. Well, Really no excuse when you're running into an open goal like that, Donald.
Actually, it was really good play by young Curran, and Goad let him down then because of the fact that, he had time to play on, but he should have gone back for his kick in that situation.
And you'll be pleased to know, Don, that Peter Curran, of course, is an ex-Marsland College schoolboy. That's where he learned it all too. Half-forward flank, a lovely mark taken there by Mark Turner. He's playing well early in the game. He kicks it towards centre-half forward and finds Considine. Long way out from goal, kicking into the breeze. But Hawthorn have regrouped all of a sudden and are playing quite well in this past 5 minutes. Considine will look for someone up there to take the high. Oh, lovely kick too. A chance for Curran, caught behind and does the sensible thing and punches the ball straight over the line and out of bounds to keep the ball in their attacking zone. There he is, Peter Curran on the left of screen there. And he's a real live wire up on that forward line. As the ruck duels go, Bennett got it out, but kicked away by the Geelong player there in Formica, right down towards the half-back line. Charging in after it now is Chris Langford. Good play by Langford. Over to Alan Goad. He ducks back. Oh, got caught high. Play on now, said the umpire, because he probably ducked his head. In goes Considine into the open goal, and he is offline and out of bounds on the full.
Actually, that was good play by Alan Goad. He went in, but then stuck an arm out and allowed Considine to come through. And although he kicked a point, it was a really team-orientated play, Alan Goad.
David Simpson.
He's a mate of yours too, isn't he, Alan Goad, Don?
Yeah, killer.
Killer Goad.
Really. Hawthorn into attack once again. This time it was pushed forward by Anthony Allen. But once again, the attack repelled. Cole goes to the outer side of the ground. A great attempt to mark. In fact, it is going to be paid because he took it at the second attempt. A very good mark by Jamie Dersma. Must be pretty popular too with the Hawthorn fans as he gets it across to Mark Turner, not to be confused with Jamie Turner, in towards that forward pocket region. Overrunning it on that occasion was Peter Curran. He was under plenty of pressure, pushed back towards DeWald. In fact, past him it goes, and he goes straight into his teammate there in Mark Turner. And the umpire comes in, decides on a bounce. Umpires, incidentally, today, Don, John Russo and Dave Howler.
Actually, just that little thing there, Peter laughed at me last week, but Turner and DeWald both ran into one another, and that's a sign of a team really intent on winning the ball.
He laughed at you last week.
Well, you know, he doesn't understand football.
Special comments from Don Scott, at the moment discussing Peter McKenna, as Geelong attempting to go forward once again through Andrew Hughes. Got in and out of trouble then. Now to the half-forward line. Moncrief unable to take the mark, but is going to take the free kick for a push in the back. So he's at centre half-back. Cool conditions. Rain is threatening.
Actually, Sandy, in this game, Hawthorn have to win fairly well. They have to make up almost a 3% deficit as well as win the game to get into the final five.
Yeah, I think it's about 2.5%.
Right.
And they've got to win by a minimum of something like 7 goals, Pete.
Right, half-forward flank. It's punched away by the Geelong player there in Steve Hocking. Lovely hand pass comes out to Ray Sarcevic. He kicks it high towards full forward. A one-out duel. Over the back was Reynolson. Couldn't take the mark. Kicked away there. And it's a free kick in the meantime to Michael Moncrief, and that's the second one he's received in 2 minutes. And Moncrief looks like he's going to end his career at Hawthorn. I'm not necessarily saying this year, but on the back line. The pass finds Considine. Considine kicks towards half-forward. A lovely lead was made there. I'm impressed with Morrissey. Look at that. On he goes. Oh, bad luck. The handball was smothered, but the thinking was good. As Sarcevic, what are you laughing at? The thinking was good there. Andrew Hughes, a long hand pass to centre wing. Another hand pass comes back to Sarcevic. On he goes, Sarcevic. He goes for, that was a foolish hand pass on that occasion. Ross Christensen goes in after it, gets it back towards full forward. The Hawthorn defence very strong though. Chance now for the Cats as Reynolson gets it out. A further hand pass comes out to Nigel Cole. He fires at the goals, and this could be another kick, I think, from 30 metres out. And Don, I've never seen when a player has missed that shot for goal and he's asked would he like another kick. I've never seen him knock it back yet.
No, but it's also interesting, Peter. We mentioned this last week when it went through for a goal and the player was felled after the play. And there is really no difference there. Like, should that point stand and should he get another goal? Because the ball had already gone through when the player had actually hit the turf.
Well, there's the kick from... it's through.
Pascals are the lollies you'll adore. There's 18 family favorites to explore.
That's right. I pick Pascals. She picks Pascals. He picks Pascals. We all pick Pascals. Wouldn't you like to pick a Pascal too? Crunch a Pascal, munch a Pascal. Ooh, a Pascal, chew a Pascal. Wouldn't you like to pick a Pascal too? Pick a Pascal. Yeah, pick a Pascal.
terrific variety.
Wouldn't you like to pick a Pascal too?
Cats moved to 4-3, 27 a 20-point break over Hawthorn, 1-1-7 from the centre bounce once again. Picked up by Reid. He loses it though, too slow to get rid of it. Considine goes bursting through. Sets sail for home now with a long kick. Curran going back and he takes it. In the square.
Well, I think that's a good lesson, Sandy, for young players watching that kick by Considine. He kept it low and drove it quickly and low on, and that's what set up the ball for Curran.
And also he moved it very quickly out of the centre too, so it's a one-on-one situation. Peter.
He makes no mistake, and goals. So Peter Curran scores his first and Hawthorn second. They move to 2-1-13, trailing Geelong 4-3-27.
And Sandy, I'll just look at the goal scores. 43 goals too for the year.
There it is on replay here. The ball scramble up. You see Considine come through the centre there, and from the edge of the centre square sends it long and low. And there's a 2-on-2, one-on-one situation. And not Henry, number 25. I was going to say John Henry, but Peter Curran marks, and he had the advantage over his player because of the way that Considine attacked that ball.
Yes, and we've seen him featured on a few times for Hawthorn in the Army Reserves Cup, and he always seems to put in a pretty good game, Considine.
Centre bounce once again. And some youngster has come away with an almost brand new football because a new one has just been delivered. Here's the bounce. Deer getting up higher, went past the waiting arms of Wade, however. The Cats looking to steady after those 2 goals from Hawthorn as the handball is shot out from Damien Drum, tries to get it towards Reid. He's quick to tackle, but was it too high? Yes, said the umpire, it was. So the Hawks out of trouble once again. Back towards the half back line. They'll be able to drift it through Langford towards the half forward flank, although it wasn't a good kick at all. Goad tried to go through, but without the football. Using strength to try and come away was Andrew Bewes. Not successful, and another bounce. Only very light rain falling at the moment. Considine should be tapped on. Well, Goad was attempting the roundhouse right. Jeffrey's too slow. Trying to burst his way through then was Steve Berry. He was successful, but only momentarily. Goad again. This time another long handball out towards Scott Lee, who steadies, sets sail for home, and Curran!
Oh, what a mark that was. He pinched it, but he took it.
Let's have a look in replay because it's certainly worth it.
This is a classic, and you can't tell me that doesn't rate as a mark of the. That is a gem. That is one of the best marks I've seen.
I agree. That was a tremendous mark. Running
and his goal.
Side of the ball.
Well done, Peter Curran. He's booted his second in a fine individual performance, and probably worth having another look because Don Scott is still shaking his head in disbelief at this enormous grab.
You've got to acknowledge brilliance, and gee, this was terrific stuff.
Look at that, turning right round, facing exactly the opposite way, and
he really didn't.
Plucking
you know, he really didn't. I suppose it's not a difficult because he kind of went in with the ball. He kept his eye on the ball. I suppose that's the object of any game, any ball game.
Centre bounce once again, and Deer has been winning it, although it wasn't at all decisive on that occasion, so he'll do battle once again. Tries to palm it down, is successful too. Taking it away for the Hawks was Fowler, setting up the handball. They look dangerous again. Giving thoughts to going on was Considine. Now he elects to go towards DeWald out wide, who can put it in short and towards the pocket. I thought perhaps he may have gone back and put it down the throat of Curran again. Not to be. They're going to do it through handball. Comes the way of Andy Bennett. Gets his kick just in time. It's a bad one delivered up towards Curran. Morrissey attempted soccer tactics. It didn't work, and Reid is able to come away for the Cats. He goes short, very short indeed, but finds Andrew Bewes, who streams through the half-back line. So it's a bad handball. Why not kick it? It's quite beyond me at this stage. So Bewes goes in again. This time he picks it up and does get a kick away up towards the half-forward line. Moncrief comes out for the Hawks and relieves the pressure.
Yes, up it goes towards centre wing. Oh, that's a free kick. It must go to Geelong there. He copped it hard in the back, and that looks like Nigel Cole. It is Nigel Cole who kicked the last goal for the Cats. 15-metre penalty. He kicks long, a lovely kick. He's looking down towards full forward. Oh, nearly a good mark to the Cats. That strong Hawthorn defence over. Coming through for the Cats is Berry. He ducks back onto the left foot. Oh, the pass was offline. In went Turner to do some heavy work. The hand pass eventually ends back with Turner. Gives it back towards Alan Goad. Goad, a hurry kick off the side of his boot, right up towards centre wing. Andy Bennett comes out after it. Take it away for the Cats. So that could be holding the ball. No, it's not. Paul Jeffries gets it over to Sarcevic. Sarcevic onto the left foot, hooks it back towards half forward. Reynoldsson over the back, almost took a good mark. They dive on top of the football, and in comes the umpire to bounce the ball on half forward flank for Geelong.
Actually, a player interesting there, young Reynoldsson. I think he is a player that should be played up on the back line. It's all right for him playing in the forward line in the reserves. He's a cut above these players, but he's a senior player, and I think his position in the senior team may be on a back line.
Buse to the half forward line, well, into towards the forward region once again, but that Hawthorn defence standing strong. It was Jamie Dersma, who's got a bit of a fan club because I noticed a couple of plaques here for him. Moncrief, one of the heads of the Players Association, and he was in at Channel 7 today assisting with the Herald Awards that took place. Ball at centre wing. The free kick will go the way of Hawthorn. Considine just handing it over. Goad goes short towards Turner. Mark Turner. Oh, well, the idea could have been right, but they've lost it. Now's an excellent chance for Geelong, although they suddenly decide to backpedal. Joe goes across to Buse. Buse kick in towards the half-forward line. Here's danger. There was three of them. Reynoldsson couldn't take it with the one hand, and it'll be Paul Abbott who takes it away again for the Hawks.
Half-back flank, Alan Goad. Well, Scott Wade, actually, it was, number 13, going in after it, but it beats him over the line out of bounds, and there's a lot of talk about Scott Wade on your screen there, going back to Hobart next year to play football. Greg Deere from behind got the hit out. And Nigel Collars there. The hand pass from Abbott, though, comes out towards the half-back line. Goes in after it again. There was a good effort there by Abbott. The ball was held to him in the end, and the bounce will take place. Right up at that centre half-forward position for Geelong. The scoreboard at the moment is 4-2 Geelong. Hawthorn on 3-1. We're seeing a very good game here at the moment.
And I'll just try and confirm with our director, Don, is the time clock correct in showing some 24 minutes having elapsed in this first term? Yes, it would appear it is. 23 and a half. Thank you. As Scott Wade puts it out of bounds, almost at centre wing on the outer side of the ground here at the Lake Oval. It's only a minute or so away from entering time on. And Don, you've almost got the teams written out. Yep. The tackling by both sides has been a feature of this game in the first quarter. They've been pretty fierce. It was Anthony Allen who got the handball away, tapped it down towards the wing position where it goes over the line once again. Throw in. Very high. Trying to take it away for Geelong on that occasion was Ricky Klingon, number 46. Eventually getting the kick down was Barry towards that half-forward flank. Langford going back towards the centre, however, and Mark Turner is there, plays on with the handball. Why they don't kick long is beyond me, and Goad, wanting to go, has lost it.
Well, he had to hand pass high then to get it over the
That's right.
Geelong players. But in the meantime, it set his teammate up.
Sarcevic. Alan Reid unable to complete the mark. Hawthorn showing a little more desperation in the form of Scott Lee there to get it across to Glenn Howard, who goes into the middle, and Grant Fowler.
He actually dropped that. That's one of those where the umpire anticipated he was going to mark it, and he didn't actually hold it. Grant Fowler in the end. Fowler from half-back goes out wide, and he finds Considine, who seems to be absolutely everywhere. Scott Lee has had a very good year for Hawthorn. He gets it out towards half-forward to Morrissey. Now, Morrissey's going to centre this one up to... Oh, Curran's nearly taken another one. Away they come, though, out of defence as the kick for the Cats comes down there towards Alan Reid. He tries to trap it. In goes Scott Lee. Oh, tunnel balls and under his legs. And the umpire set a push in the back, and it will go Hawthorn's way. And the recipient will be Grant Fowler on the bottom of the pack.
They certainly look different in a different Guernsey, don't they? Grant Fowler. As Curran marks yet again. Scoreboard, I think, could be incorrect. It's showing Geelong. It's 4-2. I think it may be 4-3. And Hawthorn 3-1. Yes. With goals coming, 2 goals to Peter Curran and 1 to James Morrissey. Oh, there's a prodigious punt. What a kick. But 1 point only.
They couldn't put another world championship in athletics, Peter, could they?
So back into play once again. No mark being paid, but there will be a free kick. The tackle too high on that occasion. And it will go to Ross Christensen on that half-back flank.
Gets it out wide and he finds his teammate out there in young Berry there. Berry towards half-forward. Oh, boy, these teammates were set up there with that pass. It was a suicide pass. In goes Berry again. Tries to knock it on. Hand pass comes right out wide. Grabbing the ball for the catch is Formica. He kicks it wide and towards Michael Moncrief flew high and punched the ball away. Ali DeWald grabs it, kicks it up towards centre wing. Oh, they all misjudge the ball and the ball goes over the back. Good play, Scotty Wade. He picks it up on the left foot, hooks it back towards Considine. He's everywhere. Hand pass out wide again. It's grabbed by Langford. Langford on the left foot fires towards Curran. He ducks back, can't take the mark. It flies through for one behind before they can get to it. And the Cats were in all sorts of trouble there. There's the scoreboard. The correct scoreboard, 4-3, Geelong Hawthorn on 3-3.
To the outer side of the ground once again, into time on in this first term, which has turned out to be a very even quarter of football. Good tackle on Ricky Klingon, and he loses it holding the ball. 27.5 minutes have gone, first term. Lee again. Well, the mark taken at the back by Sarcevic.
Playing well.
Yes. Took a while to get going, but is now unable to control that one. Was Formica.
The player, Don, I've seen in recent weeks in the Army Reserves Cup, not on the Sunday, but on the Saturday, Scott Lee. He's a pretty impressive player, number 45.
Yes, well, he hasn't had his chance in the senior team, Peter. Actually, he came there after, I'd left Hawthorn, so he's only been there, 2 years now. But I haven't seen him that often, so I couldn't really pass judgment.
Andy Bennett doesn't have a lot of height on him, but he can certainly has got a big leap. There's the kick coming down towards half-back, and the umpire will pay the free kick, I feel. Yes, a free kick to Hawthorn. And then that is by Sloan, is it, or Dersma? Up towards half-forward, a lovely mark taken there by Alan Goad. Goad is looking to get it down to Curran. Morrissey's there. Also, lovely mark. Beautiful judgment that was by the player I mentioned, Peter Curran, and he is giving us an outstanding exhibition of marking power today, Don.
Oh, it's good stuff, Peter. It's this is his second goal actually he's lining up for, but he's being third.
He's kicked
two. I'm sorry, he's third. But he's being helped out by the fact the way Hawthorn are kicking it long and quickly into the forward line, so he's given that advantage over his opponent.
He's got it.
Oh, boy.
It swung back, and he's got it on the siren. So what a first quarter of football. After trailing by some 20 points here at the Lake Oval, Hawthorn have battled their way back, thanks largely to 3 goals to Peter Curran, and score the level. 4-3 apiece. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment.
This is going to be good.
Hello. I was a dedicated blade shaver until my wife bought me this Remington microscreen shaver because it would shave as close to the blade or your money back. Remington has 2 microscreens. That's why it can shave as close as a blade. The first microscreen is so thin it shaves incredibly close. The second microscreen even closer. I was so impressed, I bought the company. The Remington microscreen shaves as close as a blade or your money back.
And a bonus for Dad, a quality digital watch free with selected shavers. Investigate Spectron, the family van from Ford. Discover its versatile 8-seater interior and Spectron's amazing reversible club swivel seat. Face it forward, face it back.
Name me a van that'll do more than that.
More seating combinations than you'd dream of. Investigate Spectron, the versatile family van from Ford.
If you think this is the only place babies get messy, you're wrong. Babies have a way of getting messy all over. That's why you need Diaperine baby washcloths. Just wipe away and throw away. The 70s pack is great for use at home, and the Porter Pack's ideal for cleaning up after life's little adventures. Baby washcloths are always ready. Soft, pre-moistened cloth towelettes with soothing lanolin for your baby's delicate skin from top to bottom.
K-Tel's reggae. It's got more than just soul. It's got Bob Marley and Jimmy Cliff. Peter Tosh and Mick Jagger. Johnny Nash. 10cc, Ry Cooder and Toots and the Maytals. Get yourself some soul. Get yourself some rhythm. Get reggae from K-Tel.
Tuesday night in a country practice. In the aftermath of the bushfires, Vicky makes a shock discovery.
Someone caught in the fire.
As you see a lot of dead people.
Not like that.
And a mystery evolves for Frank.
Fire wasn't the cause of death. It wasn't? No, it's either a question of murder or suicide. She'd been shot through the head.
A country practice, Tuesday and Wednesday, 7:30.
Welcome back to the Lake Oval, and scores tied away at 4-3, 27 apiece at the end of the first term, and with Peter Curran firing in front for Hawthorn, I think might be an opportune time to have a look at that last goal. Now, see what you think. Did it swing after it went through or before? Was it a goal or not?
Well, I wouldn't like to be in that position, actually, because obviously the umpire is in the right position, and he gave it as he saw it. And it was a goal.
It was a goal.
But the interesting thing is, Sandy, this is a fantastic game of football, the first quarter. The scores, as you can see, are even. But the way Hawthorn are going about trying to win this game, they've got to win it by a percentage, and you can see the endeavour as far as 7 goals. They've got to win it by at least that margin to get there. And the way the players are throwing themselves into the game, it's terrific stuff, and the senior players are really responding and really taking the lead, whereas Geelong, on the other hand, they're just as committed, and the players on both sides are really giving, us, the viewing public, a real value for their money.
Okay, Don, well, let's hope it continues in the second term as the crowd milling round both sides as they go through their quarter time procedures. We'll take a break and be back with the second term in just a moment.
It's not for us to say new 83 Gemini makes other small cars fade by comparison.
It's new Gemini.
But we will say that its individual styling and interior comfort make it stand out from the crowd.
It's new Gemini.
And that its 1600 engine, radial tuned suspension and low starting price all give you truly out of the ordinary value.
It's new Gemini for you.
Get out of the ordinary. Get into Gemini.
Gemini!
These days, buying the right insurance means making very complex decisions, like will you need more than $500,000 liability cover for the future. That's why you need unbiased expert advice. That's why so many independent insurance agents lean towards Commercial Union, because Commercial Union understands the complexities of today's insurance. So before you make any insurance decision, contact a professional agent or independent broker. Chances are he'll move you straight to the Commercial Union. The professionals recommend.
To clean a rusty gate, sand most any shape, strip or buff or polish, to get it looking great, get a Black & Decker work wheel and make the job go fast. Get a super special saving, but only while they last.
Right now, save 25% on a Black & Decker work wheel. Hurry for 25% savings on work wheel just in time for Father's Day from Black & Decker. Available at these stores.
What makes the Instant TV video recorder package so special?
Movies. See as many as you like, with no limit on swaps.
Ring now.
7 Sport offers you the chance to be a part of Melbourne's Spring Racing Carnival. In conjunction with the Herald and the Sun, the gates of Caulfield are thrown open for a family day's entertainment at the races, and 7's cameras will be there, live Wednesday from 12 noon.
Army Reserve personnel again here in force today, and just wandering around the ground, introducing themselves to people and in a friendly fashion, giving any assistance they can on the Army Reserve for those people that are interested. And as we've said right throughout the season, it is a great cause. They do a great job. And they're putting on at the moment a great game for us too, with scores level after the first term. Geelong at one stage opened up a 20-point break, but Hawthorn, with great determination and some marvellous skill, particularly by Curran's marking power in front of goal, right back in it. 4-3 apiece as we go into this second term and what will transpire this time. Beaten for the ruck on that occasion was Keating, Paul Keating. And another bounce No, it's not the treasurer, Don. Still not out of the centre square. Keating wins it. Reed away, but his teammate has a free kick. To the centre of the ground. Play on called again. This time Steve Berry puts it long down towards the half-forward line. Here's a chance for Drum. 35 metres out. He kicked 1 goal in the first term. And the chance now of giving the Cats a 6-point break. Oh, he's going short, and look at that.
That is pathetic defensive work.
You're not wrong. That is shocking.
He just stood there on his own, didn't move, and no one picked him up.
So Nigel Cole also with 1 goal to his credit to date. Drop punt directly in front, just floats it through, and the Cats go to the lead by 6 points. 5-3 to 4-3.
Well, actually, in the first quarter, Nigel Cole had 7 kicks, so he's been a very good player, and he's got that explosive speed as his.
That's not that, you can't count that as a stat, Peter. That is undisciplined play. He's a ruck rover, I think, and that's Mark Turner's man, and that's undisciplined play as far as Mark Turner is concerned.
Desmar in the centre there, the coach, and Tony Perugia, who is the assistant secretary or secretary of the club out there at Hawthorn at the moment.
A busy little beaver.
And Desmar, of course, was a champion wingman for many years. There's Mark Turner getting it down. Oh, lovely mark by Sarcevic. Ray Sarcevic at centre-half back, a diving attempt, and he took it beautifully. He kicks it high. You can see the wind holding that one up. There's Scott Lee from behind. Knock it out to Scott Wade. A hand pass comes towards half-forward. In went Sarcevic again. It's taken away by Jeffries. Over the top towards Steve Berry. Berry has the ball taken away by Lee, and I'm very impressed with Lee, number 45. There he is, shaking his head in the centre of your screen, and I've seen him a couple of times this year, and I think he can really play football, that kid.
Deere wins it. Away goes Considine, setting up the handball again to Wade. Long and high now. Where's Curran? Behind. It was socket off the ground by Dersma and through for 1 behind. In fact, it was Morrissey, Jamie Morrissey. So 5-3 to 4-4.
And Reynoldson's been moved to full-back, as you suggested, Don.
Oh, there's a hotline between here and the coach's box, Peter.
Sarcevic on half-back flank, gets a hand pass out wide. It's taken away by his teammate there in Alf Clark. Clark right up towards the half-forward line. He's looking up there for Steve Hocking, but the ball beats him over the line and out of bounds.
Wondering where those wires led to.
Half-forward flank, Geelong. As we said earlier, Geelong actually in the 5 at the moment, in 5th spot, and Hawthorn have to win by approximately 6 or 7 goals to take their place. So they'll be desperately trying to win this match. In goes Scott Lee. It's a free kick in the meantime. They're going Geelong's way. It's on that half-forward line, and this is Berry, Steve Berry with the ball. He kicks towards full forward. A chance for the high flyers over the back of Abbott. Was that a free kick? No, said the umpire. Abbott plays on and he kicks out wide. Oh, that was a poor pass and a hard bump there on Grant Fowler, but he recovers beautifully. Well done, Grant Fowler. A long hand pass to Considine, again on his own. He streams towards goal. He'll look for Peter Curran. Now Curran's got the sit on Reynolds. Flies, he nearly took another one. Kicked off the ground. I think that's a goal for kick for Hawthorn by Anthony Allen.
Do something for yourself. Join the Army Reserve.
Anthony Allen kicks his first goal and Hawthorn's 5th. They lead by a point, 5-4 to 5-3 from the centre once again. This time it's the Cats down towards their half-forward line. Bear in mind, Hawthorn to get in the 5 must win by at least 7 goals. Back towards the wing, out of bounds on the full. In fact, Morrissey unable to get there in time. So the free kick to bring it back into play will be taken by Craig Cleave. Fisted towards the line.
Well, Cleve's been moved away from full-back. It'll be interesting to see how Curran fares against the more experienced Reynolds.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Peter, because we mentioned about he's taken a few big grabs from behind. Now, on that occasion, the ball came down. He should have been in front. He's still playing behind, and that's why he's in the reserve grade team, because he's not experienced enough to play in front yet.
There's Considine on centre wing. He's dispossessed of the ball. Sarsevic's played a very good game. Over to Nigel Colley. Kicks long up towards half forward. Up they go, and almost called a mark to Berry. Oh, it's not Berry. In fact, that Geelong player there was Hocking. He gives a beautiful pass across, and a shot by Basil Flynn comes in towards goal, doesn't quite make the distance, and the ball is forced through for a behind. So that makes the scoreboard. Let's have a look at it. 5 goals, 4 apiece. So you can't get any closer than that. There's the kick from Michael Moncrief. He is a beautiful kick of a football. And look at that one. Straight down to Mark Turner. Turner over to Ali DeWald. DeWald should kick the ball, but now elects to go for the hand pass. He finds his teammate there in Allen. Here it is, back with DeWald. He hooks at the goals. It's floating, and I think he's kicked it. He has.
His first.
Good goal to Ali DeWald, Sandy.
Yes, and Hawthorn now starting to put the pressure on now. 6-4 to 5-4. They lead by a goal. And for a moment I thought, Don, they were just about to overdo the handball.
Yes, actually I'm sorry I'm laughing, but Ali DeWald, he'll be off camera, but he was just yelling to Kelvin Matthews. Kelvin's the runner for the Geelong team, and they were teammates at Hawthorn. There's Ali on screen now, and probably giving, saying a few unkind words, I suppose, to Kelvin.
Centre bounce. 1 goal the difference. Hawthorn with better use of handball. It was Pratt who started it off, go down towards Morrissey once again. Ducked his head. Sarcevic was waiting at the bottom. Get the handball away to Jeffries. Another quick one. Sees them bring it back almost to the centre. Hughes is there. He gets caught. Loses it. No, he just gets the handball out in time. Pushed forward into the centre. No one able to pick it up. Eventually scooped out the back door, and a tackle too high. We'll see the Cats with the opportunity of going forward. It's going to be brought back.
Oh, boy.
Stephen Hocking thought he might scoot away. In fact, it's going to go the other way. Well, that's ridiculous.
No, well, actually, he had hold of the player's leg then, Sandy, and the umpire's right on the spot to pay that through.
You can see, Don, the tremendous desperation. You can tell it's a finals berth at stake.
Yeah, but then there's some players out there, Peter. It's interesting that some players are just not running at the ball, so they're not really desperate.
Lovely mark there was taken by Paul Jeffries. Bringing it out of attack now. It's in that back pocket. A short pass. It's a good one to Alan Reid too. That was good play, and it was very good play. In fact, for the Cats, that was by the player who came out of the back pocket was for Mika. Alan Reid, I don't know about that one. It comes off, but they didn't gain a lot. Sarcevic, who's been one of their better players, is still on that half-back flank position. Into the breeze, you could see it holding up. Oh, good play by Abbott as he punched away. Alan Goad went in hard there. The ball went over the line and out of bounds. As number 52 on your screen for Geelong is Alfie Clark. Right in front of the commentary box, Don, and have a look at the ruck work here.
Well, Deere, we were impressed with him earlier on in the season. Peter hits it over to Scott Wade, and he goes in turn long to centre forward, looking for Glenn Howard. And Curran again, and a good mark.
Good lead, wasn't it, Don? A very, very intelligent lead, and a 15-metre penalty. And one thing about Scott Wade, he is a beautiful kick of a football, and it just made to order for forwards. And if they had Peter Hudson out there, he would be...
Well, if he was playing in the reserves, he'd be full forward in the seniors.
G.O.D.
Directly in front. Curran a chance to post his fourth. Peter McKenna speechless. And a goal.
And he tracked that Mitsubishi Colt. He tracked it far and wide, for he had boldly set his sights to have a look inside.
Mitsubishi Colt, 1.6-litre power, precise handling, and economy that leaves many of the others way behind. Mitsubishi Colt. Track it down at your Mitsubishi dealer.
Peter Curran has kicked 4 of Hawthorn's 7 goals. 7-4 to 5-4. As we go back in the middle once again. Almost 11 minutes of this first term having elapsed. The Cats desperate to go forward. Receiving the handball on that occasion was Damien Drum. Goes down towards the half-forward line. Moncrief in defence is there. Moncrief from the half-back line has Peter's mentioned, a beautiful kicker of a football. Sarcevic unable to take it. Bennett waits behind, goes short up towards DeWald, who can run on. Does so now as he hooks it over his shoulder. What's the bounce going to be like for Curran? Tried to tap it on for Morrissey. Curran goes back, sockets it towards goal and put it through. Goal number 5, and what a performance we're seeing by this man, Peter Curran. 5 goals to his credit, and Hawthorn are looking all right at the moment to sneak into the 5. 8-4 to 5-4.
Actually, I'm not praising the fact that he's got his goal, but we'll see it on replay that he's in front of his man, and you can't. There, he's in front of the man, and if you're in front of the man, it doesn't matter what play does, you're always first back to the ball, and that's why coaches impress upon players to be in front. Now, he's, you know, it was maybe a second, 2 seconds in front, you know, before the actual action, but he was in front, recovered, and kicked a goal.
I concur with that, Don. I really do. That's the name of the game at full forward, is to play in front the whole time. Centre of the ground. Paul Jeffries is on the bottom of that pack, and that's a free kick to Hawthorn. The umpire was saying he didn't make any attempt to get rid of it, and it's Andy Bennett, right in the centre. A player who's been plagued with injuries since coming across from South Australia. Over to Alan Goad. A pretty doubtful hand pass there, but Goad gets away and a long kick. Back goes Reynoldsson and Curran. Oh, good mark to Steve Reynoldsson. Over the back this time of Peter Curran. But still, once again, Curran had taken that front position, which is good to see, as Reynoldsson kicks out wide. It drops in short. This could be Scott Lee, the player who I'm very impressed with. Lee on half-forward flank. Now, he's a long way out from goal. If he got onto a torpedo punt, he'd probably make the distance, but drop punt would be slightly doubtful, I would think. He's going for the drop punt. Let's see what he can do with this one. It's a very high one. It's floating up to the goal square. The high flyers are there. Jeffries in front of the pack. Goes for a hand pass over the top, looking for Drum. Drum streaks away from defence with great pace and kicks it towards the half-back line. It didn't travel a great deal of distance. In they go after it. Oh, Berry got shepherded out of the way. Considine couldn't pick it up before it beat him over the line and out of bounds.
Throw in front of the old press box. The mighty thump pushing it down almost towards the wing. And the classic example of the tackling that's been going on. They've sorted themselves out. So another bounce at centre wing. Look at the thump. Down towards the half-forward line. Who's going to be first to it? Pack very quick to develop. A stray handball, and it's going to let Hawthorn possibly out of trouble. Getting his kick just in time was Goad. Down towards the half-forward line. Morrissey flew, but Jeffries was there, and he took a good mark. Looking to play on. Does so now, getting the handball away. The Cats were able to bring it from the half-back line. He was looking for Sarcevic, who was caught behind Fowler, who scoots away, goes in towards the pocket. Morrissey is there, so too is Curran. Morrissey puts the handball over the top for Curran. He gets caught, goes back again, shoots it, goal, but he's gone wild and woolly this time and puts it over the line on the full. I thought it was going to be number 6. (8-4). 5-4. Basil will bring it back into play. Basil Flynn. And we may have... No, we are going to get that one back.
Scotty's got his little son over the back again, I think, Sandy.
He's just written "in light" next to Flynn's name on my book and made a heck of a mess, which I think is ridiculous, but still.
Damien Drum from the half-back line. Oh, good play, Damien Drum. Ducks away. Beautiful football. A long hand pass. Finds his teammate there in Berry up towards Sarcevic. Oh, well done, Paul Considine, as he intercepted that hand pass. In goes Langford. Can't take the ball. Some good tackle by Langford, but here come the Cats. Nigel Cole with that great pace again. Kicks it up towards the square. Oh, he set it up for the pass. Moncrief, well done, Moncrief. Putting the pressure on up there at full back. In they go, the Cats with a chance. They can't pick it up here at the moment. Oh, boy, being bundled over the line. And that could be a free kick this time to Geelong for a push in the back. And the umpire's going to pay that. Michael Moncrief not happy with that decision, but still, it will go to the Geelong player up there in Simpson.
Actually, it was a good play by Moncrief when that ball was kicked into the pack. He ran towards the back, then backed into the fellow, and he's the reason why they didn't score a goal. That was tremendous team play.
A difficult shot. He's right on the boundary line. It looks like he is a left footer, and a shocking kick across the face of goal. Up they go, and a good strong mark is taken up there by Abbott.
Actually, you can thank Moncrief for the way they're going to clear the ball now, and that's why football's an important and a good game, because it's a team game.
All kicked off the ground from Alan Reid up towards the Flynn. Oh, beautiful pick up by Basil Flynn. He streaks away and kicks it long again up towards full forward. Chance for the high flyers. Moncrief from behind punches the ball over the back of the pack is Langford. Langford looks out there for Scott Lee. He charges after it. Intercepting it though is Damien Drum. Oh, good strong play by Drum. Gee, he's having a go out there, Don, doing all the heavy work. Langford hooks it back towards centre wing. A good mark, and Paul Jeffries has lifted his game in this quarter.
Well, he had to, Peter. I don't think he was very interested the first quarter.
Jeffries goes short to Reid at centre wing. Plays on, swinging round on the left foot up towards the half-forward line. The Cats desperate for a score and trailed by a couple of goals. Fowler's made the space on the outer side, and away he comes. Swings play back over the centre. Looking up towards the half-forward line. Bennett waits it behind. Also there for Geelong, however, was Basil Flynn, who's been busy in the past couple of minutes. Reid, caught. Not before he gets the handball away over to Formica. Another one up towards centre wing, close to the boundary line. Going to be kept in play, however.
Drum.
Damien Drum kicks it towards the half-forward flank. Geelong started the quarter on 4-3, and they're now only 5-4. They've managed only 1 goal, 1 for the term. Hawthorn, on the other hand, also starting at 4-3. They're currently on 8 goals, 4. Cole.
Oh, that's
good
a beautiful
kick. What a
kick.
beautiful
What a great
kick for
kick
goal.
that
Now they've added another one.
There are times you need a family car, and times there's just you and your car. That's the beauty of the new Toyota Corona. And Corona's fully imported 2-litre super responsive engine gives it more power than ever. The new super responsive Toyota Corona, the beauty and the beast.
Allen go, trying to get Hawthorn out of the middle. Eventually getting the kick will be Anthony Allen towards the half-forward line. Long, now Curran's in front. Reynoldsson spoils well, waiting down with Sarcevic. Has a look out towards the wing. Reid backing, seeing where the football's coming from. Fowler is there with him, and they take it over the line, and a throw-in to take place. Also going over for the Hawks was Andrew Pratt. Tapped over the back. Hughes, caught, gets it across to Formica. Langford in front, unable to complete the mark. Allen up towards centre wing again. Chipping in was Hughes, bouncing his way over centre. Langford will be shepherded out, no. But he gets his kick towards half forward. This is where the pressure's on the Hawthorn defence. They've been equal to the task so far. Paul Abbott out wide. The only man there is Basil. No, here comes Ali DeWald. Bad bounce for Basil. Wade.
Oh, look at that kick.
Now where's Curran? He's there. He's got it.
A great mark, that.
Got in front.
I'd love to see that and replay that one, Sandy, because you'll see how he stuck his backside out and just got... You watch the replay of that, Don. What's the way he used his backside
well, again,
there?
Peter, we mentioned about being in front because it wasn't the best of kicks and it wasn't directed, but the player was in front. It dropped short. It wasn't a really good kick.
That was a magnificent kick.
Well, I won't argue with you here.
Well, there's Curran anyway. He's kicked 5 and lining up the goal from right in front. And what's he done with this one?
He's got it.
He's kicked goal number 6.
Well, what a performance. 3 goals in the first term to Peter Curran, 3 thus far in the second, and we haven't even played 20 minutes yet. 9-4 to 6-4. And the interesting Geelong box.
Tommy Hafey
and
Kevin
Sheehan, who's done so much for the Cats over a number of years.
He certainly has too. He's been a tremendous club man, Kevin Sheehan. In fact, he just made the 100, I think, of senior games. He got 100 games with Geelong, a good effort.
Took him about 30 years though, didn't it? because he had a lot of injury problems.
Yes, he certainly did. That's Anthony Allen coming out of the pack. Oh, there's Curran again. This is a great performance up at full forward by Peter Curran. He could be a little bit far out. Oh, if he gets onto it, he'll probably just make the distance, but he'll take a very, very good kick. 6 goals, a tremendous performance. And at the moment, he's beating Stephen Reynolds, and that is no mean feat.
So you wonder what to do with a player now, because this is a real purple patch for Peter, and I really don't know what you do as a coach when a player's got a purple patch.
This could go through. I think it might have made it, or what was it?
No, free kick, I think, on the last line of defence.
Bit of holding. Bad luck there to Peter Curran, because that ball actually did go through the goals, but his teammate, Andy Bennett, I think it was, gave away the free kick.
To the back pocket region. Plenty of Hawthorn players waiting down, and it's Considine first to it, gives it across to Curran. Here's another one. Bennett's in the square. Over the top he goes. Play on is the call. The umpire blew his whistle, but putting it through was Anthony Allen for his second.
On current card rates, you can rent this standard forward from our major competitor for this much a day. Not bad value. But a budget we suggest you spend just $2 more and enjoy the luxury of a world-famous Volvo, a superb Peugeot, or a beautiful SLE Commodore. Because when you think about it, $2 is a very small price to pay for a touch of class. Even Budget's executive fleet drives your dollar further.
10-4 to 6-4 in the Army Reserve Cup. A 4-goal break, which at the moment is certainly helping Hawthorn, but they must win by, I believe, it's at least 7. Cleverly pushed forward by Morrissey. Now, what's the bounce going to be like? It's all right for them on this occasion. Jeffries now takes possession. Hooks it with the left foot out wide towards the wing. Not a well-delivered football, and the mark is taken there by Scott Lee. By a high kick. Now Morrissey is there in the middle. Wasn't in front. Curran tries to scoop it out towards Fowler. He loses it. Bennett is there going the wrong way, Andy. Now he won't like it on that left foot. Puts out a little one in towards the forward zone. And the mark not being paid. Jeffries goes to ground. Morrissey comes over the top of him, and eventually it's taken over the line in the left forward pocket.
Geelong have made a move. They've taken Stephen Reynolds off and put Cleve back there.
So Reynolds not lasting at all long. In fact, while he was there, Curran kicked 3 goals. Out it comes again towards Goad. Could have got the handball over the top to Curran and given him another one.
Now that's not a free kick. That is wrong.
No, he's paid it, Donald. Cleves kick towards the half-back line. The mark taken by Nigel Cole. He's contributed 2 goals thus far. Back to Sarcevic. Oh, he tried to tap it on. DeWald looked for the free kick.
Silly hand pass.
And all they've done is hold up Hawthorn here, because DeWald is going to be given the free kick. And now his teammate has to give it back to him, and it's given Geelong a chance to get down there into that defensive area.
Yes, Ali DeWald, and been a great club man at the Hawthorn club. He's been there a number of years now. In the last couple, of course, in the Army Reserve Cup team. Grabbed by Andy Bennett. Straight up in the air it went. The big thump comes away from Jeffries. Oh, this is dangerous. Scott Wade got that ball to boot very quickly. Down towards Curran. The ball comes off his hands and rolls through for 1 behind. So Hawthorn moved that little bit further in front. 10-5-65 to Geelong 6-4-40. There's Scotty Wade on the, well, it was on the screen. This is Craig Cleve now kicking out from fullback. Alan Reid can't take the mark. He's having a pretty ordinary day, Alan Reid. Half-back flank for the Cats, and the bounce will take place.
Time running out in this quarter for Geelong. They trailed 10-5 to 6-4. The long handball came out from Andrew Pratt. It's going to be intercepted by the Cats, and eventually it was Reid on the end of a string of handballs. Now he stopped Geelong's run this time, really.
No, actually, we shouldn't criticise them. They're only young umpires and they're in the reserve grade, and that's where they're learning. But he did, and then they've made 3 bad mistakes so far.
Just over 24 minutes gone in this first term. Oh, almost a casual one-hander attempting to be taken then. Kept in play, however, by David Simpson. Goes in towards full forward. Good mark, however, taken on the last line of defence. Is that Deer? Not a good kick, however, and it gives Nigel Cole the chance to boot his 4th goal.
Playing very well, Nigel Cole. There he is, number 39. And as we said earlier, a tremendous pace, and he's been Here, there and everywhere. Getting out in his own, they've been delivering the ball to him, knowing he's got this great pace, and he kicked a magnificent goal a moment ago. Let's see what he does with that one. Oh, lovely kick that was. Once again, he's kicked it.
What makes the Instant TV video recorder package so special?
Movies. See as many as you like, with no limit on swaps. Ring Instant TV now.
Monday on The New Price is Right.
Here we go again, Ray. Your second night, second chance to win a showcase. All right, a little bit off last show. No, just a little bit.
Ray could take home a kit kitchen, the dining setting, a motorbike, the Subaru. Monday night, 6 o'clock.
Handy goal for the Cats, into time on almost. 10-5 to 7-4.
Sloan beaten for that one. It's in the centre of the ground. Hand pass from Dersma, comes out the way. Look at that kicking ability again. A 70-metre one. Curran from behind. Can't take the mark. Morrissey at the back of the pack. Picks it up. Left foot snap. And he's offline and puts it through for a behind. So there's Jamie Morrissey. Last time we were out here, I think you gave him the $100, didn't you, Don?
He played an exceptional game that day, Peter.
Yes, he certainly did. A full forward, 10-6 to 7-4. Hawthorn need a bigger lead than that, actually, if they're going to get into the 5. There's Ricky Klingon, half-back flank for the Cats. He breaks away and kicks towards centre-half back. Oh, Damien Drum flies from behind. In comes Paul Jeffries, who's played a very good quarter for Geelong. Onto the left foot he goes, up towards Sarcevic. The ball is stumped away. Here's a chance, Rally DeWald. He goes in after the football on that half-forward line, close to the boundary line, still keeping the ball in play. And Considine with a hurry kick down towards the forward pocket. Turner's there, Mark Turner, and the ball is forced towards the boundary line, over the line and out of bounds. We see Peter Curran ducking back to the full forward position.
Bennett doing the ruck work for Hawthorn on that occasion. Waiting for it to be shot out was Scott Wade. Some fierce tackling, as we see. Tapped forward on that occasion by Scott Lee, who swings it round now back towards the half-forward line.
Playing well, Lee.
DeWald is there. In fact, he had Grant Fowler ready to run on, but has been checked and has gone back. Curran in the square. Bennett is there also. What's he going to do? A long punt in towards goal. Over the top, in fact. Touched for one behind. They all count at the moment, though, for the Hawks. 10-7 to 7-4. Siren time not far away. To the outer side of the ground once again. The big pack flying. Go, trying to get the handball away. He was looking for Scott Lee. Grease lightning. The Cats out of trouble. Langford a little bit late on the scene, but the spoil is effective. This time he gets caught, has the ball held, but managed to get it out. Eventually it was Anthony Allen who, with handballers, pushed it up towards the flank area. An ill-directed kick will see Jeffries take the mark at half-back. A long handball to Sarcevic. Oh, he puts him in trouble, but strength that gets him out. Going out wide towards the wing, and a good mark taken there by Scott Grover. Grover to the half-forward line. The Cats wanting at least another goal now, as Christensen has the chance to put them long in towards the pocket. It's a good pass to Reid. He could have a shot. He was about to...
He was off.
Yeah, my word, he was. But nevertheless, he's back now. Hasn't scored a goal to date. A very important kick, though. This can keep them in touch. Oh, he's gone short again. Cole, is it?
Could be Klingon, is it? Or Flynn?
I think it might be Ricky Klingon.
This is the difference between the two sides. The difference with Hawthorn is the experienced players really do want to play in a final. And that, again, I'll blame Mark Turner. He just let his man go. He could have picked him up. And Klingon kicks. I think it's no point. But that's the difference between the two sides at the moment, is that, the Hawthorn players, the experienced players, really do want to play in a final.
And there we see the president of the VFL Players Association, Michael Moncrief, who we saw on World of Sport today with a couple of awards given out from the Herald. Half-forward flank. It's a free kick going Hawthorn's way to Grant Fowler, as you could see on the screen. And Grant, ex-Fitzroy, and ex-Essendon, of course. A pass comes down towards the big fella for Hawthorn there in Sloan. He gets away with good pace. Big bloke. A long hand pass Anthony Allen looks for Turner, tried to knock it on. In went Sloan again. It's grabbed by Alan Reid. That was good football by Reid. The pass comes up towards full forward. Punched away. Good play by Michael Moncrief. In come the Cats though. Ricky Klingen's got it. He went for the short one. The ball was smothered. In goes Paul Abbott. Goes for the hand pass, but there's the siren to end the second quarter here at the Lakeside Oval. And at half-time, we see Hawthorn in front, 10-7, 67, leading Geelong, 7-5, 47.
The sea, one of man's greatest challenges. Its power, its fascination, its icy freshness, invigorating, like the freshness of Old Spice. Old Spice, that moment when freshness comes alive. It's a good feeling. Old Spice, the mark of a man.
Keep him up to the mark with Old Spice gift sets.
A day in the life of a custom-turned kitchen.
Oh, I love the new kitchen. Isn't it great? Custom Tone designed it just the way I wanted it. There's so much storage space. It's so easy to keep clean, too. And they had some really nice styles to choose from.
From around $2,500 to $6,000 at a Custom Tone showroom near you. Or phone for a free quote. Custom Tone, heart of the family home.
The Mitsubishi Sigma wagon, designed to meet the needs of the most up-to-date family. It has all the load space and passenger room you could possibly ask for. And with its 2.6-litre Astron engine, Australia's most powerful four, it has all the power you need, wherever you're going in the universe.
If you continue to drink and drive, you haven't a hope of holding your licence much longer. So don't overstep the mark. Don't drive over .05. You could blow your licence and suffer heavy fines to boot.
After the game, I'm happy to get home and have a beer. The best place to have a beer is at home, not before you drive.
Having a big sip and then driving is dumber than playing in thongs. So if you've got your drinking boots on, don't drive over .05.
Monday night at 7:30, Quincy gets involved with the legal and moral question of midwifery. A baby dies, and our Quince has the task of laying the blame. Who is the responsible party? Find out Monday night at 7:30 on 7.
Half-time score here at the Lake Oval sees Hawthorn with a 6-goal four-term in the second, leading 10-7, 67, Geelong 7-5, 47. A break of just 20 points, and the Cats coming back a bit in the closing stages of that quarter. Hawthorn had the opportunity of really opening up a big lead, remembering, of course, that they must win by at least 7 goals to have a chance of stealing 5th spot on the ladder. But more on that later. Let's relive some of the great action from the final home and away round yesterday, round 22 in VFL football. Let's go to some of the highlights.
Huge crowd at VFL Park. We see the skill of Tim Watson and the marking of Simon Madden.
He gets away from Gorka Mealy, and he shoots the ball up there towards the full forward position. Madden flies.
Great mark by Simon Madden.
Trying to sneak around here. That was great play on the part of Timmy Watson.
Watch Johnson now as he marks, goes right on with it, and it's a goal for Carlton.
Tap it over to Watson.
Wood knocks it out to Watson. Watson around to Bahaja. Bahaja swings, snaps, and it's a Essendon goal.
A beautiful goal by Bahaja. Up there to
Glascott goes down, and watch closely as he gets stood on well and truly as the ball is picked up by Buckley and the goal.
Watson looking for a free, but he's got the
Watson bursting out of the centre. Look at that power play by Watson. Danaher's caught, however, but Watson's coming through, picks it up well, lines it up, and it's a goal.
Has put it through. Hunter, the pass is on to Mark Buckley, and a great grab.
Nasty collision here in midair.
Or a free kick, whichever you like.
Clark and Buckley
I thought he had the mark, Luke.
hit the deck.
So was the mark firstly, Pete. And as they disentangle themselves from that lot.
The end of the game for Clark.
A bit of pain though, Neil Clark. His trainers carry him off. The good
The real hazard for Izzard here as he's down by Montgomery.
And he goes down. Austin came late. No, it wasn't Austin. It was Montgomery coming late on the scene. And a 15-metre penalty against him.
Hey, golly, it's done the young fellow too.
The pass.
The Bombers really on the run. Mirror hand pass to Kink.
Mirror from half forward.
Now look at Kink's long hand pass.
Kink, 30 metres out, into the goal square.
Danaher in the goal square. Easy goal.
Metre and a half. Danaher's first.
But Danaher.
Southby knocks the ball out. Hawker chips in. Hand pass to Watson.
A hand pass coming over to Watson. A very easy goal.
And a big kick from point-blank range.
That's goal number 2 to Watson. So at the 4-minute mark.
Fitzroy and Richmond now for some highlight play. Bernie Quinlan roving away from the pack. For Fitzroy, takes the ball into the goal square and makes no mistake. Tigers from a long way out here as Egan takes the ball, balks his way around. Lines up for a long left footer. And it's a lovely goal.
Centre wing, gives the hand pass over to Strawn.
And again, this time it's Greg to Conlon. Hand pass to Strawn.
Long kick down, a chance of landing.
Long kick.
Goal by Strawn. It's a winner.
Leon Harris this time.
White be there, plenty of high flyers. Harris goes.
Weave his way through the pack and make no mistake about it.
Two great goals with fine roving by Leon Harris.
To the square.
This next beat of play, we can't work out whether it's a goal or a point or a goal.
Oh, no, it's a goal, I think.
Not yet, it's not. However, Waitman comes in there.
That's Liverpool and Flea Waitman.
And it is a goal.
At their best.
Some of the action from round 22, and of course we're now into the finals next week, and all that finals action coming away exclusively on the 7 Network. We'll take a break and return you to the Lake Oval in just a moment.
Near the bottom of this earth, our world, lies a beautiful island. An island so large that it still has over 30,000 kilometers of awesome, uninhabited virgin coastline. An island so rich in energy resources, it is the envy of the rest of the world. An island populated by less than 2 people for every square kilometer of landmass. In a troubled world, it stands as an anachronism. Peaceful, staggeringly beautiful, resource-rich, lonely. The island is, of course, Australia, the country we all love. And it is for these reasons we need a strong defense force, not as a cure, but as a deterrent. And we need it now, before somebody else does something about it. Australia's defense force. Show them your support in defense of our land.
The REAM project to increase the efficiency of gas water heating by redesigning the burner, improving heat circulation, increasing heat transfer, and improving insulation. The result, REAM high efficiency and a 20% saving. High efficiency from REAM.
Come on, pals. If this package isn't in Sydney by the morning, it's your job.
Pips, if this package isn't in Sydney by the morning. Miss Fenton, if this package isn't in Sydney by the morning.
Norton, if this package is not in Sydney by tomorrow morning.
Skater, if this package isn't in Sydney by the
morning. If more people knew enough to call Comet in a situation like this.
Hello, Comet.
It sure would save everybody a whole lot of trouble. Comet, when it absolutely positively has to be there, overnight.
Pascals are the lollies you adore. There's 18 family favorites to explore.
That's right.
I pick Pascals, she picks Pascals, he picks Pascals, we all pick Pascals. Wouldn't you like to pick a Pascal too? Crunch a Pascal, munch a Pascal, oh, a Pascal, chew a Pascal. Wouldn't you like to pick a Pascal too? Pick a Pascal, yeah, pick a Pascal.
What a terrific variety.
Wouldn't you like to pick a Pascal too?
Monday night in Cop Shop, the high rollers move into Riverside. But when the stakes are too high, the game turns to robbery and blackmail. Mike and Danny try to come to terms with their new feelings for one another. Cop Shop, Monday, 8:30.
10-7 to 7-5 at half-time in the Army Reserve Cup. Quite a good crowd here today, gentlemen, to witness this most important clash. And Don, the Hawks, I thought for a moment, or midway during that second quarter, were going to really go away and, well, possibly open up that 7-goal break that they require. But Geelong, to their credit, were able to sneak back with a couple of goals, particularly from Nigel Cole, who booted 3 for the term.
Well, I mentioned through the halfway through that quarter that the senior players of the Hawthorn team really do want to win this game. They realise the the importance of the game. And what is happening on the back line, it is a very inexperienced back line as far as Hawthorn is concerned. And Mark Turner, I blamed him on 2 occasions for letting his man take the easy kick or not picking a man up. And they're not quite as desperate. Moncrief has shown acts of desperation down there, but the other players really don't know what it's required or what's required in football to get into a final. And the senior players of Hawthorn are really carrying it at the moment.
Well, let's have a look at some of the highlights of the game thus far. And first of all, a good goal from Damien Drum.
Yes, Damien Drum. Over the back of the pack, he read that beautifully off the pack and snapped it through on his left foot. Next highlight we'll see Morrissey of the Hawthorn side. There's the Turner, Mark Turner, getting the ball right down towards full forward. You'll see Morrissey come charging in, kicks it in mid-air and puts that through for a very good goal. Now, this is the highlight that Don would like to see in the mark of the year, because we're going to see that mark again of Peter Curran, where he runs with the flight of the ball, keeps his eyes on it, and takes a miraculous mark right in front of goal. And, of course, he scored a goal from that kick. There's Grant Fowler getting it down the ground. Over to Considine. Now, this is Paul Considine kicking the ball long, right down towards Curran again. He flies to the mark, can't take it. In comes Anthony Allen, kicks it off the ground and through for a goal. Now, the next one we'll see is the veteran of the Hawthorn side, Ali DeWald. He receives that handball, snaps at the goals with a very high kick, and it floats through for a goal with the breeze. And now we see the star of the match so far, Peter Curran again, as Don said, playing in front, puts the boot to the ball and puts it through off the ground for another goal to him. And finally we see another goal kicked by the Hawthorn side. Andy Bennett gets it across to Anthony Allen into the open goal, and it's another one on the board.
Yes, some good action there from the first half here at the Lake Oval. A good crowd. Just having a gentle look at it.
That's
There's
the actor,
face.
Peter Anderson.
Yes,
Peter
Anderson, yes.
He's a one-eyed Hawthorn supporter, isn't
Yes,
he, Don?
my word he is, Peter.
Okay, well, let's take a break while Peter relaxes, and then we'll be back for the third term.
And now, here's Peter.
Thank you, you're a wonderful audience. Okay, Mike, you're our champion. Now listen carefully. Here's your first clue. Bill's church Sunday. Right. Now your second clue. Phone call. STD. Right. Okay, Mike. Now for the big one. Money, bank, save. I know. Make an STD call on Sunday and save money. He's done it. Yes, folks, phone STD on Sunday. It's cheaper than you think.
Investigate Spectron, the family van from Ford. Discover its versatile 8-seater interior and Spectron's amazing reversible club swivel seat. Face it forward, face it back.
Name me a van that'll do more than that.
More seating combinations than you'd dream of. Investigate Spectron, the versatile family van from Ford.
The Ream Project, to increase the efficiency of gas water heating by redesigning the burner, improving heat circulation, increasing heat transfer, and improving insulation. The result, Ream high efficiency and a 20% saving. High efficiency from Ream.
You'll need a pencil and paper because we're going to give you a number you'll want to remember for this once-in-a-lifetime offer. The sensational Everly Brothers. The double album compiled by Reader's Digest containing 40 original hits that made the Everly Brothers the legend they are today. Hits like Wake Up Little Susie.
Wake up, little Susie. Here he comes. That's Kathy's clown. I've got to stand tall.
All the big hits of the Everly Brothers, 40 of them, brought together on 2 records or cassettes for an unbelievably low $9.95. The songs that brought joy to millions all over the world, available on one double album, simply by phoning this number now.
Never knew what I missed till I kissed ya. Problems, problems, problems all day long. Bye, bye.
To order the sensational Everly Brothers, ring 500 0500 or write Everly Brothers offer, Reader's Digest, Box 65, GPO Sydney, stating clearly records or cassettes. This album is not available in stores, only by ringing 500 0500 now or writing to Reader's Digest, Box 65, Sydney.
Monday on The New Price is Right.
Here we go again, Ray. Your second night, second chance to win a showcase. All right. A little bit off last show.
No, just a little bit.
Ray could take home a kit kitchen, the dining setting, a motorbike, the Subaru. Monday night, 6 o'clock. 7 Sport now presents the results of yesterday's Army Reserve Cup matches and ladder.
A couple of interesting results yesterday. Collingwood, far too good for St Kilda, 18-13 to the Saints, 12-8. Footscray, no trouble over the Swans, 17-12 to 5-13. Essendon, 15-8. Carlton, 9-9. But have a look at this big score coming up. Richmond went down to Fitzroy, 27-21 the Roys to Richmond, 12-14. And North Melbourne, 30-31, 211. Melbourne, I don't think Melbourne scored a goal in the first half. 30-31 to shocking 4-3.
Yes, but
27.
Can I just qualify by saying something, and you probably don't appreciate, but having sat on a selection committee, that does happen when injuries do happen.
And they stacked their third side too for the finals, Don.
And then we have the Army Reserve League ladder, and you can see the importance of today's game. Hawthorn, 44 points, Geelong, 48, and there's only a 2.7 percentage difference, so there's a very, very important game on here today.
2.5, which I think we worked it out at roughly 6 goals 3, 6 goals 4. But they've got to win by 7 goals. Don, we've got $100 to give away to the player you consider the best on the ground, and obviously Peter Curran has taken your eye with that great mark, but who else looks good to you in the first half?
Well, it's not only the fact that he's taken a great mark, Sandy. He's had 3 opponents on him at the moment. He started off, I think, with Simpson. Then Jeffries was shifted there, and he finished up, I think, with Cleve. Would that be right? I may be wrong as his third opponent. But he has a player that's come under notice. Mentioned Curran. I thought Moncrief's effort in the second half, in the second quarter, was very good. Geelong, well, I find it very difficult. But Geelong, they're not that far behind. It's far more of a team-orientated thing, I think, with them.
All right, gentlemen, now our viewing next week will be certainly a viewing must, let's say that much anyway, because we've got 2 matches, and they won't be decided when we'll play the elimination and the qualifying on the Saturday or the Sunday, but one next Saturday morning, that coverage coming to you live on 7 from VFL Park, and then the following day on the Sunday after World of Sport back here at the Lake Oval. To find out what's making news at the moment, let's go back to South Melbourne and the Channel 7 newsroom. Good afternoon to Michael Smithson. Mike.
Thanks, Andy, and good afternoon, everyone, from the 7 newsroom. 4 Australians are among the 55 people who've just been freed from an Air France 727 hijacked by 4 Arab gunmen on a flight from Vienna to Paris. The Australians were released in Sicily before the plane flew off to Syria. Syrian authorities, however, have refused permission for the plane to land at Damascus, but its pilot is pressing on, appealing to the Syrians to have a change of heart. In Central Australia, 400 anti-nuclear demonstrators have made a temporary camp outside the Roxby Downs mining project. The protesters hope to stop production at the mine. And another band of protesters for the homeless have auctioned Prime Minister Bob Hawke's Sandringham home to show their feelings to last week's federal budget. The Hawke home fetched $100,000 million. There appears to have been a breakthrough in the Mr Asia drug ring saga, with a man giving himself up to Sydney police over the murders of 2 couriers. And tonight we'll have the story of an unusual race from Townsville to Brisbane involving 100 teams. The race has been organised by a newspaper celebrating its 50th anniversary. And turning to the weather, we can expect a couple of late showers today. Tomorrow it should be fine and mainly sunny. So for all the top stories of the day, join Sandy at 6 o'clock tonight. And now back to that very man himself, Sandy Roberts at the Lakeside Oval.
Thank you, Michael. In fact, I think we might take a quick break and be back with you for the 3rd quarter in just a moment.
KTEL welcomes you aboard Hooked on Classics 3. Journey through the classics. The Royal Philharmonic Orchestra is sounding great as they go into orbit on Journey Through the Classics. Lift off with Hooked on Classics 3, Journey Through the Classics. Take an unforgettable musical tour on Journey Through the Classics. Fasten your ears, sit back and enjoy the most exhilarating classical journey since the world became hooked on classics. Journey Through the Classics, exclusively from K-Tel. May the hook be with you.
What is it about Midas muffler shops?
The exhaust on this was making a shocking noise. It was really embarrassing. So I went to a Midas muffler shop, and they told me the muffler had snuffed it. Anyway, I sat down in the waiting room, and 20 minutes and a cup of coffee later, it was all fixed. With no charge for fitting the new muffler.
Come to a Midas muffler shop. We fit our mufflers free.
When your muffler snuffs it, take it to Midas.
The big news during the break is that we must say happy birthday to Peter McKenna. Happy birthday, Pete.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yes, for yesterday.
Thank you very much.
43.
Same day as Sir Donald Bradman.
What a difference in talent.
That's right.
To full forward, Moncrief the spoiler, and tapped over once again for another behind. So 2 points in the opening 2 minutes for the Cats in this third term.
Also,
you've got to say something.
Yes, also the birthday of Einstein, which is interesting.
Well, once again, there is a glaring difference.
Michael Moncrief from full back, right out towards that half back line. Up they go. No mark to Geelong. Alan Reid has a touch of the fumbles there. Scotty Wade gets it out. Over there to Abbott. Abbott to Fowler. Fowler to the running Chris Langford. And Langford kicks towards half forward. All Considine as the ball thumped away. In goes Andrew Buse. Oh, gets bundled out of the way hard. Still on that centre wing. Little Buse still at the bottom of the pack. Shuffles the ball out towards centre wing. Alan Reid, ex-Essendon player. Oh, handball straight back into trouble. A further hand pass for the Geelong side came from Brad Furman. Coming away with the ball now for the Cats, though, is for Micah. He kicks right down towards half forward. Oh, Moncrief flew from behind, but you must pay the man in front.
That's right, Peter. You were right then.
Boy.
Yes, you were right.
The man in front had that, no doubt in my mind, but the umpire paid there. Moncrief might have gone for the experience there. In goes Damien Drum, going in after it. Number 58 for Hawthorn. Knocking the ball away is Pratt. Back it comes towards the half-back line. Turner overran the ball. Here's a chance for Allen. They dive on top of the ball, and the umpire will come in and bounce the ball on the half-forward flank position for the Cats.
18 points the difference. 3 straight kicks in it at the moment. Chance now for Hawthorn through Wade. Short into the middle. Fowler sets it up for Langford. And they've put all this crumpled up paper on the ground at half time, and it looks an absolute mess, but it's not worrying Langford as he goes goalwards, long in towards Curran. Beaten for it on this occasion, however, and it will be Craig Cleaves who'll come away with a high kick towards the half back line. Buse tries to tap it forward, is successful too. Pushed out wide, umpire says Hill whilst not in possession, and the free kick will go the way of Geelong, and it'll be taken by Basil Flynn.
Flynn towards Damien Drum. He got right underneath that one. Oh, there goes the big bloke in there. Number 54 for Geelong is Furman, Brad Furman, who came on the ground. Hand pass comes out to Christensen. He goes for home. Down towards full forward. Oh, good strong mark. And Abbott has played pretty well today. Over to Moncrief. Moncrief to Wade. Wade, usually a magnificent kick of a football. He streaks away from defence. Goes for the short pass and finds Mark Turner in the centre of the ground. Now, Turner is looking for someone to lead. Considine made a lead, but he kicks it wide, looking there for Goad. Goad goes up in front. Play on now, said the umpire. Basil Flynn came through after the ball. Still, no one can get away with it, and the bounce will take place on half-forward flank for Hawthorn.
Given a free kick to Ali DeWald then.
No, well, actually, Ali was staging from that one, Sandy.
Very good actor, though. And, of course, with Peter Anderson here, who knows what could come up.
No, that's right.
Back towards the centre.
Good mark.
It was a strong mark. Playing in front, and it is Damien Drum. Kicked a goal in the first term. Puts the Cats down towards their half-forward line once again. No mark taken. Abbott gives the long handball out across to Turner, who puts it out wide in front of Grant Fowler. Will get a favourable bounce and has plenty of room. Some good shepherding to keep Alan Reid out. Sees Fowler go with a pass up towards Bennett, who takes it under some pressure between centre and the half-forward flank. He plays on. setting up the handball again. They look good as they go in, but Sarcevic, it was a bad kick, went straight to Sarcevic, and again the Cats out of trouble. They've started this quarter in much better style. Moncrief coming over the top to spoil. Waiting down for the Cats will be Damien Drum, in trouble. Doesn't quite connect with a handball, and it gives Hawthorn the opportunity to get out of trouble. Reid may intercept. He does. Comes through with the left foot.
What's Curran doing up near
I've just
the centre?
noticed
That's
him, yes.
interesting.
We'll have to have a look at that. I'll get Don to have a look at that while we keep an eye on proceedings.
He's playing at full forward still, but he's up near the centre
there's
getting
nothing wrong
kicks.
with that. That's nothing wrong with that. The forward's got to be in front and come up the ground on occasion.
I don't recall us saying there was.
Yeah, well, you
Don.
always stayed in the grass.
From the bounce down, the Hawks under plenty of pressure here at the moment. Their defence working pretty well as Lee brings it back towards centre wing. Sarcevic and DeWald having a good struggle. Sarcevic will be the victor. Could have almost been tackled too high. It doesn't matter because he gets the handball away to Drum, who gets another one across to Hughes. He gets caught holding the ball.
And a little...
A little hot?
I won't say.
A little hot.
See that one, Don?
No.
There's Scotty Wade, a long low. You've learnt your lesson, haven't you? Right out wide towards the half-back flank. Away come the Hawks again. The kick comes right up towards half-foot. Oh, that was a lovely pass.
Look at this.
A further hand pass into Curran.
7.
Curran's already kicked 6 goals. Into the open goal he goes and puts
Now,
it
that
through
should be
for a
another
goal.
that should be
Goal
another
number
goal.
6.
The magnificent voice of Mario Lanza with 18 of his most loved songs. Now immortalized on this collector's album. Mario Lanza, the magnificent voice. Only $9.99.
11-7, Hawthorn, Geelong 7-7 on 7 Sport. And Peter Curran has kicked 7 goals. What is it, you two?
Oh, he's unbelievable. He is unbelievable.
From the centre. Free kick going the way of the Hawks. Held whilst not in possession. Not quite down towards their half-forward line. Sarcevic waiting down. Sets up the handball. Tries to receive it again from Ricky Klingon, but it wasn't long enough. In fact, the umpire said spooning the football going against the Hawks, so the Cats...
Against Killer, that was, I think.
Was that against Killer?
Yeah.
To the half-forward line. Be very careful using phrases like that, particularly with Tommy here, Don here. To the half-forward line, Bennett.
Actually, I'll tell you how he got his name.
Thank you. Jeffries. Sarcevic. Over the top. He can. It's successful. Berry. Put his teammate under pressure. They're going to overdo it. Oh, dear, dear. Well, the crowd telling the story.
15 as well.
So, Steve Berry to the half-forward line. Ball was not kept in play on that occasion by Ross Christensen. He was under plenty of pressure. It goes over. And so another throw. How did the name come about, Don?
Well, in pre-season every year, you know, you have a batch of young recruits come down, and Alan was struggling to get a game early on in his career. He'd been there for quite a while, and pre-season matches were always pretty tough, and it was down at Cerberus, and the young recruits really don't know how to look after themselves, and usually, you know, Killer was in there fixing these poor little inoffensive recruits up, so not too many of them made the grade.
Half-back flank as the ball is brought out of defence right up towards centre wing. Good strong play by the Cats. A good punch away there. That player, the punch up was for Micah, number 44.
Solid as a rock.
Halfway between the centre wing and the half-forward flank area. See a ruck duel there going, not a decisive hit away. Back it comes to Formica. He breaks away and kicks a long torpedo punt right up towards the forward line. A chance for the high flyers. It hits the deck. Going in after it, and the left-handed hand pass on that occasion was Pratt. It's on that half-forward line. Ricky Klingon gets it out. Reynolds cop one behind the ear. Could have got a free kick. Alan Reid onto the left foot. Snaps at the goals. A very, very poor kick over the line and out of bounds on the full. And that was a wasted effort.
And that one was only just kept in play too by Mark Turner, who floats one down towards the wing. Deere it is who taps it away. Going to be taken away for the Cats, however, towards their half-forward line. That was Ricky Klingon's kick, and the man who will now have a shot will be Steve Reynolds. kicked a goal in the first term, I think it was. And they certainly need one now. That's off target, not swinging back at all. In fact, be lucky to make the distance.
Well,
just dribbles over the top from behind.
That's a perfect example of how not to kick a football. Don, you would have noticed that he laid right back. He didn't follow through, and that's exactly why it went high and he missed the goal. There's the kick coming out towards the half-back line. A nice mark. I reckon he's played very, very well today, Paul Abbott. He's improved his game immensely. He kicks it out wide towards centre wing. 7 kicks. Thank you. You don't go by kicks whether a boat's playing well. There's Bennett getting it out wide to Alan Goad. Goad lines up the goals. It's swinging back, and that is a very good goal to Hawthorn.
The more I see of National's home video systems,
The more I see you,
the more I realize why I like them. They've got more pro features, more cameras than anyone, a portable that's more portable. I tell you, National builds home video systems like professionals want, and TV sets good enough to go with them. They're big entertainers.
from National.
So Hawthorn moving away now, and this is starting to look ominous for the Cats. 12-7 to 7-8. Goad kicks his first. Back in the middle once again, and it's the Hawks going forward, this time through Anthony Allen down towards their half-forward line, but a good mark taken on that half-back flank by Basil Flynn. Sees them out of trouble momentarily, up towards the half-forward line. Alan Reid is there. A high drop punt to centre half forward. Reynoldson forced onto the defensive, spoiling from behind. He's got the smaller brigade waiting down. Going over the top was Ross Christensen. Brought back to the centre once again. And who's going to come out of this the better? The Cats combine better on this occasion. Steve Berry receiving the handball. His kick, as far as direction is concerned, was not good. Straight down the throat of Glenn Howard, who goes to the outer. Oh! There's a nice little one in the back of the net going to Grant Fowler, and it has been noticed. So take it further down the ground for the Hawks, but Fowler copping a bunny killer, it looked like. Jeffries trying to control it. Eventually tapped it out the back door, which was good football. 44 for Geelong is Enzo Formica. Still plugging away, close to the boundary line and now over. At centre wing, outer side of the ground, and the scoreboard at the 14.5-minute mark shows Hawthorn 12-7, 79. Geelong 7-8, so a 29-point break.
Alan Goad gets a hurried kick in, back towards the centre of the ground. Oh, they're strong. Hawthorn coming away as Mark Turner on the left foot, a low skimmer up towards Curran over the back of the pack as Morrissey. The ball bounces beautifully for him, and Jamie Morrissey into the open goal puts it through.
His second goal, he kicked one in the first term, and things starting to look good now for Hawthorn. 13-7 to 7-8.
Well, it was good play. You see Mark Turner breaking away from the pack, and again Curran in front. But that's the second time it's happened in Hawthorn. Allen did it earlier in the second quarter, and Morrissey did in that quarter, and it's a very good play and well read by both of those players.
Well, I hate to harp on it, Don, but it's that low skimming kick into the breeze that makes it easy for forwards. And then once again, you saw Mark Turner on the left foot kick it. Do
you think the kick had much to do with it?
Had a lot to do with it, because it meant it carried the pack over the back and made it easy for Morrissey to run into the open goal. But Don, you weren't a forward, you wouldn't understand that sort of thing. There it is, back in the centre. A hurried kick was from Langford, straight up in the air. Bennett went for the big fly. A hand pass comes to Damien Drum, who's been trying his heart out there today. He wants to play in the finals. For Micah, down towards full forward. Oh, was that a mark? No, said the umpire. In goes Ricky Klingon. He's caught with the ball. And too high, I think, said the umpire. Klingon from 30 metres out, directly in front, and a little bit fortunate to get that one, I would think. Let's have a look at it on replay, Don.
Oh,
yes,
no, one got him round the neck.
My apologies. The first tackle was all right, the second one bad. There's the kick. Don't tell me they've missed another one. That's poor kicking for goal by Geelong. And, well, they've missed some vital opportunities.
What do you think about the attitude at both sides? We mentioned earlier in halfway through the first quarter, Peter.
Well, it's obvious to me that they're desperate, Hawthorn, to make up that leeway in percentage. There's Sarcevic, who's been a pretty good player. Now, this is a free kick to Hawthorn behind the play there against Geelong, so that's poor play. Yes, it is going Hawthorn's way, but Hawthorn are very desperate, as you said, Don. It's obvious they want to make up that percentage. Here's a short pass coming up the length, but that was good, intelligent football. Hand pass comes out wide to Pratt. Pratt comes up centre wing. He goes long too. It's a lovely pass.
Go.
He finds Scott Lee there. He was almost going to go off. Now he goes onto the left foot, centres the ball. He's looking for Curran. That was very, very good football. And a lovely lead by Curran, and will line up for goal number 8.
It's also a good play by young Morrissey then, because he held his opponent out, Grover, shepherding to allow Curran to come in.
This is going for goal number 50 for the year too in the Army Reserve Cup competition, Don, as we see Peter Curran right in front, stabs at that one, off the side of the boot. That was well, you could see that he took about 2 paces, didn't follow through, and didn't get over the ball, so he deserved to miss it.
Yeah, well, you taught him at Marsland, didn't you, Peter?
Craig Cleave on the screen, about to bring it to the grandstand side of the ground. Over the back of the pack is Scott Lee, who I'm very impressed with. I think he can really play. On the left foot, up towards centre half forward. That was a lovely kick. Charging through all was Anthony Allen. It's kicked off the ground, up to the pocket. Here's a chance for the Hawks. Nigel Cole keeps the ball in play. Back it comes to Mark Turner. He hooks it back. There's a chance for the Hawks.
Bennett.
It bounces. Andy Bennett hooks it back at the goals, and he's put it through. He's put it through with a snapshot, and they'll pay it. It's a goal.
Adidas is summer.
Summer is tennis.
Tennis is colour.
Colour is Adidas. Adidas is fitness.
Fitness is action. Action is Adidas.
Adidas is winning, winning, winning.
Adidas, Adidas, Adidas.
In Adidas, you're fit for summer, you're fit for sport, you're fit for anything.
Andy Bennett kicks his first goal. Hawthorn moved to 14-8, leading Geelong 7-9. We did work it out that they've got to win by something like 7 goals, and they're almost there at the moment. Chance for them to go forward again through Scott Wade. Been a busy little play. What are his stats, Kevin? 14 kicks, thank you. The opportunity now for Scott Lee to half forward. Bennett is there once again, so too Morrissey. He shows great determination, Morrissey. DeWald will come in strongly here, goes to ground. Reed ducked this chutney. Fowler. And the umpire will come in for a bounce.
What do you mean by duck his chutney?
Well, duck his head.
Oh. What's that got to do with chutney?
I don't know.
That's what I reckon.
Centre wing. Ali DeWald receives that hit out, up towards Curran again. Up he flies, can't take the mark on this occasion. Oh, that's holding the man. Oh, boy, that should have been holding the man to Geelong, to Alf Clark, but the umpire missed that one. A definite free kick in my book. That one gone begging in front of goal. Forward pocket. This is for the Hawthorn side, of course. Bennett hits it down to the ground, straight over the line and out of bounds once again. 7-9 to 14-8. Hawthorn, just over 19 minutes gone in this third quarter. Bennett doing a lot of the heavy work in there. Goes in after it once again. Good play, Andy Bennett. Can't get away with it. A knock on. In goes Curran. Oh, gets a clever hand pass out to Scott Wade. He lines up the goals. A beautiful hand pass that was from Alan Goad, and that's a great goal. Kicked by Scott Wade.
Yes, and good work too by Bennett, who initiated it all, did the heavy work, tried to get the ball out, and Curran also figuring in the handball, Don.
You nominated Sandy. It was good play, and you can just watch it here. And Scott Wade finishes off. That was very, very good play.
And a lovely hand pass there too by Killer Goad, as you call him, Don. It was a very slick handball, and there's Tommy Hafey on the right, and of course on the left is Kevin Sheehan, the coach of the Geelong Army Reserve Cup team.
And at this stage, with that lead, it may be interesting to just double check what that percentage does work out to. I know Peter Landy and I have just sat down this morning and attempted to work it out, but we weren't brilliant at maths. And I wonder if Pete's listening, and we might see if we can just double check and make sure that is correct, because We want to be spot on with that, depending on just how much Hawthorn do win, if in fact they do hold on and win. At the moment, they look the goods. Moncrief on the last line of defence.
He should have punched, yeah, he should have punched it away, Peter. That was undisciplined.
Dersma setting up the handball. Hawthorn running it out of that defensive line. Well, not with very effective handball, though the tackle was good on Steve Hocking on that occasion. Nevertheless, Sarcevic still gets through for the Cats. Goes long up towards full forward. Fisted down. Who's waiting down for Geelong? It is Nigel Cole. Kick smothered. Tries to tap it out the back door. He does so. DeWald is there. Pushed by Reynoldsson, but gets a hurried kick. However, it goes straight to Brad Furman, who takes the mark. Furman.
Oh.
Well, the owl from Peter McKenna tells the story there.
Well, he was surrounded by three Hawthorn players there, Sandy.
Bennett waits behind. Killer in front. What a shocking handball. Wonder if he did that to the recruits. Geelong up forward once again through Clark.
Oh boy.
The wall waits down. Does the heavy shepherding work behind, though, to allow his teammate through. Bennett will come over the top and take a great mark. Well, that's the Andy Bennett when he first embarked on a league career in South Australia. He was renowned for leaps like that. Goad at the back. Showing great paces. Considine gets caught, shrugs the tackle, dummies once, has pace to get around, lines up but gets caught. Almost tackled too high, in fact, by Jeffries. Morrissey steals it, shoots towards goal, but he's off target. And another point. So, 15-9 to 7-9, and not looking exactly 100% is Andrew Pratt.
Fullback you see on the screen is Craig Cleave, a player who has had a little bit of senior experience. Towards the halfback line, Andy Bennett is doing a lot of heavy work up there. Considine handballs over his head and comes off to Fowler. Fowler back, but here's a chance for the Cats. In goes Alan Reid after the ball. Picks it up, ducks back onto the left hand. Oh, very ordinary hand pass that was. Out towards the halfback line, charging in after it for the Cats. Number 48 is Nick Walsh. It's on that centre wing area at the moment. In goes Sarcevic. He's almost been Geelong's best player today, he and Drum. He kicks towards centre half. Reynoldsson surrounded by three Hawthorn backmen. That's punched away over the back. In goes Langford. Langford knocks it away towards the half-back line. And here come the Hawks again as the kick comes right out towards the half-back line. This is Greg Deere. Deere will duck around onto his left foot. Oh, he's in trouble, but gets the kick in, and it's a diving attempt. Taken away. Was that in the back? It was, said the umpire. And it will be a free kick to Geelong's Steve Hocking.
Oh, gee, there's some desperation in this game. 15 metres, we'll see Hocking into the attacking zone. Into time on almost. Cats desperately wanting a couple of goals. Trying so hard to hold down fifth spot. Hawthorn, on the other hand, are showing equal aggression. Abbott's kick out towards Fowler, who's got time and room to bounce his way around that outer wing. Puts out a pass. Obviously suffering from some optical problem. Now the sweeping handball came from Drum. They've pushed it almost down to the forward line and Simpson, but he sees it go over the line and another throw in.
Well, they've fallen down badly up on their forward line, Don, with that Hawthorn defence playing close and tough and hard.
Well, actually, it just goes to prove what tackling does, Pete, because how many Geelong players are actually fumbling a hand pass or a kick? There's no substitute for a good tackle.
Right in front of the goal is Greg Deere, tried to get it out. It lands out towards Fowler. Fowler's on that half-back line. He's got a ton of pace. He breaks away on his own and kicks towards centre wing, and he's put it straight out of bounds on the full.
He's having a good run over there, isn't he?
And the free kick will go to Scott Grover on your screen, number 51 for Geelong. He kicks it high towards half-forward. Oh, Reynoldsson flies, can't take the mark. Over the back is Sarcevic. He's played well. He hooks it back towards the goals. A very, very good effort. Oh, nearly a good mark there to Michael Moncrief. Knocked away by number 47 there for the Cats, and of course that is Simpson. And the Hawthorn defence too strong again as the ball is brought out of defence right out towards the half-back line, where the ball is forced over the line and out of bounds before the Geelong player there in Nick Walsh could get away with it.
A throw in, still in their attacking zone, however. Suck it off the ground. And out of bounds on the full. Hocking giving it over to his teammate there in Walsh. To half forward. Reynoldsson. Looking for the player going past. Finds him now in Basil Flynn. Basil's kick is off target. Well and truly off target. And just sneaking home for a behind.
Well, they've wasted the breeze this quarter, Sandy.
Yep.
What's that?
7-10. They've kicked 5 points for the quarter. No goals. So it's been very disappointing. Back to that half-forward line once again. Turner in front. Very quick to get the handball going. This looks dangerous again as the Hawthorn players go streaming down the ground of the bounce. No, it's going to be taken on this occasion by Berry, who put it short. Very short indeed. Making it difficult for Clark, but he's got support through Drum, who puts a high kick up towards the half-forward line. 2 Geelong players flying. Reynoldsson was one of them. And eventually pushed over the line. So close to siren time, and Hawthorn in command of the situation. Almost 27 minutes have elapsed. And it will be a do-or-die effort in the last quarter. Push in the back. Free kick will go to Ross Christensen. Kicked 1 goal. Distance shouldn't be a problem. Accuracy could be. Well, deep into the square, a huge fly. No mark is going to be paid. The cry of anguish and awe goes up from the Geelong fans that have come to see their side play today. And again, the ball is pushed out of bounds, some 50 metres around from the Geelong scoring zone.
Well, that was Stephen Reynoldsson who flew high for that one, and he's been doing a lot of flying in this quarter, Don, but not holding his marks.
Well, he's come a little bit back. We mentioned about Curran taking a part in that second quarter, but he's contributed a little bit more when he's gone on the forward line.
There's a kick coming out of defence for the Hawks, up towards Bennett. Bennett ducked back against Paul Jeffries. A bit of experience there. Coming away with the ball is number 51 for Geelong on your screen. That is Scott Grover. Chance for the Cats again. Oh, that was nearly a trip. Basil Flynn's got the ball. A foolish hand pass, but it comes off in the end because coming away with it for the Cats is Hocking down towards full forward. That Moncrief's doing a power of work down there over to Considine. Well trapped. He kicks it out wide, and the only man out there for about 30 metres, of course, is Scott Wade. He ducks around. Now, that was a good tackle in the end. That was by Alan Reid. Considine again goes short, and chipping in and taking a mark for the Cats in the last line of defence is Alfie Clark.
And Alfie's got 15 metres. But it doesn't matter. The siren has sounded to end the third term here at the Lake Oval. Honours well and truly with the Hawks. They lead at the moment 15-9-99. Geelong 7-10-52.
There's a certain feeling you get from a new car. Not just a facelift, but a new car. The new Toyota Corona is new from the ground up.
Oh, what a feeling!
It makes you feel like $1 million.
Oh, what a feeling!
It makes the long road feel like a lounge room. And a hard bend feel like an easy corner.
Oh, what a feeling!
And Toyota's new fully imported 2-litre super responsive engine gives new Corona greater power than ever before.
Oh, what a feeling!
So it makes a mountain feel like a molehill. The new super responsive Toyota Corona.
Oh, what a feeling to drive Toyota!
There are many causes of strong pain. Panadeine offers effective relief from strong pain because it combines gentle-to-the-stomach paracetamol with the strength of codeine. Panadeine tablets and capsules are both packed for safety and convenience. Panadeine should be used only as directed, so please consult your doctor if pain persists. Panadeine tablets and capsules for the relief of strong pain, only from your chemist.
That was a close shave.
You already know Alcan Continuous Guttering. Now there's fantastic Alcan Longside. Continuous join-free aluminium siding. Forget ugly siding joins that streak and open up. Alcan Longside is cut to size at your place. Join-free and look. Longside superb driftwood. The look and texture of beautiful wood grain. Special bonded color range. Not a join in sight. Alcan Longside. It's a revelation. Phone Alcan now.
People often ask me how we get the news to air so quickly. Well, it's like this. Nowadays, we use these 330Ps. And they go out on the job with every reporter.
Excuse me, do you mind? We haven't finished.
Sorry.
The prison officers' strike...
You've also no doubt seen our vans on the road before. Inside is stacked full of very expensive, highly technical equipment. The camera signal is fed in here. And it's beamed back to the studio via this transmitter dish, and it ends up here. Looks easy, doesn't it? Well, that's all part of our job, making it seem easy.
Mal Walden and the 7 National News team, keeping you in the picture.
Welcome back to the Lake Oval, checking the quarter-by-quarter scores, and a dismal one for the Cats, adding only 5 behinds. Hawthorn, on the other hand, going from strength to strength. They booted 5-2 in that term to open up a very handy 47-point lead. But the news on the percentage is that obviously we can't finalise it until we get the final score so we can work out the for and against and all that. Now, our cameraman Russell has been busy and he's plucked out Craig Hoyer, a mystery man with his dog, and there's Russell.
That's Russell on the right. Russell's an identity around Hawthorn. And
yes.
Craig, he's got a 3-year contract, I think, with Hawthorn, and we haven't seen him even in the reserves this year. His services were terminated, but he's got a contract, and I think that's why he's still in Melbourne.
Well, that's unfortunate for him, but let's hope that he can get his football career mobile in season 84. Well, Don, 1 quarter of football to go, and it's been like a final for the first 3, but the Cats, only 5 points in that term, very disappointing.
Well, they are, Sandy, but just the same, the discrepancy in the score is no indication of the game itself, because of the fact that you know, Hawthorn want to win and win by a large margin. It's a very, very interesting game.
All right, Donald, we shall take a break and be back for that all-important final term in just a moment.
Round and around and around and around it goes. Houses, boats and cars so clean they glow.
Swirl on with a built-in suds dispenser, improved angled head, optional extension handle, and original swirling action. Swirl on swirls away dirt and grime just about anywhere. And at this low recommended retail price, Swirl on is top value too.
Round and around and around it goes.
Swirl on. Look for it at fine retailers everywhere.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia.
Now see the Rank Arena stereo video cassette recorder. So simple to operate. With this cordless, full-function remote control. Even changes your TV channel. Loading is from the front and motorized. Plus Dolby control and full stereo sound facility.
The Rank Arena.
Champion video cassette recorders.
There's some things a car was just not meant to do. What I should have done was rent a truck and move this lot in one go. Now, when I want a truck, I come to Murphy Truck Rentals because they've got carriers for big or small jobs. When you need something bigger than a family car, rent a truck, a dependable GM Isuzu at a truly economical rate from Murphy Truck Rental. Whether you're moving your mother-in-law or you need it for business, Murphy Truck Rental have a truck for any job.
Welcome back. It looks like Russell Green on the outer side of the ground.
With his son.
Yes.
A very tremendous clubman, Russell, and what a player he's been this year. I've just got admiration for that fellow because he plays with injuries. He's a tough player in the right sense, and on top of it, he's a real top guy. A real genuine guy, Russell.
Yes,
that's on.
He is. So we're almost back to the middle, set for a start. Now our statistician, who's decided to join us again this week, Kevin O'Neill, he does make the odd appearance to the Lake Oval, and we appreciate it, has already worked out. I wouldn't be guided too much by this because I don't know how good Kev was at maths, but he already says that Hawthorn are ahead by 2%. 112.57 to Geelong's 110.57. So, Kevin, we'll see what happens at the outcome of the game. and see if you're correct. Into the final quarter. Sarcevic in trouble. Reed the tackler. Now he goes through with the football. A beautiful headlock, and he'll take the free kick. Pretty biased Hawthorn crowd in front of us. Not agreeing with the decision. Reynoldsson, a good one-grab mark on that occasion. They want, ideally, 6 or 7 quick goals. At the same time holding the Hawks to very little. That's a very good mark.
Klingon.
Yes. Goes long in towards full forward. 2 pairs of hands on it, but one was being held, said the umpire, and Hawthorn to get out of trouble on that last line of defence.
The kick will go back to be kicked over the mark.
Chris Langford.
Yes, it is Chris Langford.
Pretty casual player, Chris. I think if he became a little bit more involved in football, he'd be a much better player.
There's the kick coming towards the half-back line, and an easy mark taken on his own there is Anthony Allen. Allen, long kick, a 60-metre torpedo punt right up to Allen Goad. He can't take the mark. In goes Bennett. Tries to get in the hand pass. He can't do so. Kicked off the ground, still in that centre bounce area. And now charging through is Berry. He's tried hard today for the Cats. It's on that forward line. He was off.
He's off.
He was off. Oh, boy. Nigel Cole. It was fairly quiet, really, in that third quarter, up towards full forward. Gee, they're falling down up there today as Langford takes another very, very easy mark. And as Don said, come on. In other words, get on with the game and move it. As there's Scott Wade receiving a handball from Grant Fowler. Down towards centre wing it goes. Courageous effort down there by Formica. He goes to Reed with the hand pass. Reed ducks away onto the left foot. Gets the kick down towards centre half forward. The umpire's going to pay the free kick down the field, and a bit of a ticky touch with one, Don.
Yeah, in a game such as this, they should just throw the whistle away in the last quarter and let them go.
Half forward, Nigel Cole's gone short. Oh, that was dangerous play. Grabbing it though was Stephen Reynolds, and he fires back at the goals. And it bounced actually before it hit the line, over the line and out of bounds to be thrown in right near the behind post.
Grant Fowler appeared to cop one in the eye.
I think he's cut his eye. Bad cut.
Which is unfortunate for him and also Hawthorn, but they're out of trouble to the outer side of the ground. There's no one there. Turner maybe first to it, or possibly Hocking. In fact, it will be Hocking. Picks it up now, goes with the left foot in towards the half-forward line. The mark taken by Christensen. We'll keep an eye on Grant Fowler. Well, he's cleaned it up, and I think he's very, very keen to stay on the ground. The action at the moment with Christensen. Tries to run round the man on the mark. Runs round 2 and gets caught. And they're going to, don't tell me, lose it again. Opportunities going big.
Well, I think Ross Christensen didn't have the pace to get away there, and I think he felt that he was...
I thought he did have the pace.
He thought he did, but he certainly didn't.
He thought wrong.
He was too far out, I think he felt, and he thought he'd just sneak around and have an easy shot at goal. What's happening here? A free kick will go Hawthorn's way. Could be 15 metres against Damien Drum. Number 31 for Hawthorn is Howard. Howard kicks to the outer side of the ground. No mark to Hawthorn. In goes Mark Turner. He grabs that. He trapped that beautifully. Ducks back. Kicks it high. Right out towards centre wing. Andy Bennett's there. But the ball eludes him. It bounces back into the play. Andrew Buse was there. Another hand pass comes out to Sarcevic. Sarcevic on centre wing. Goes for a hand pass out wide. This is to Nigel Cole. He hand passes to Damien Drum. Drum hooks it back towards full forward. Scott Wade goes in after it. Now Reynoldson's there. Hawthorn defence once again too strong as the hand pass comes right out towards that half-back line. The left foot pass. Oh, gee, it was not a good pass there by Anthony Allen. He goes back in after it. Dispossessed by Reed. Out to Klingon. Klingon goes in after it hard after the football. In went Sarcevic. The ball is knocked away from him. Out wide to Langford, and Chris Langford streams out of defence. Kicks it long and wide and gives a beautiful pass to Considine. Considine over to Mark Turner. Turner on the right foot down towards full forward. Curran's there. Can't take the mark. Craig Cleave's there also. In goes Ali DeWild with great strength. Towards the boundary line it goes, over the line and out of bounds.
So in Hawthorn's left forward pocket. 27 is DeWild. Just on 5 minutes of this last term has gone. to the half-back line. Fowler recovered after that nasty knock. Long handball to Scotty into the half-forward line. He gets away, shoots with the left foot in towards goal. Coming back, but not enough. And 1 point only goes on the board to Scott Wade. Sorry, Don.
Craig Cleave on the screen. Geelong trying hard in this term. They can't break through that strong Hawthorn defence as Morrissey has been a fairly quiet play today. 5 kicks, in fact, Morrissey. Morrissey down towards full forward. Diving attempt there by Cleave. Oh, Mark Turner tries to have a snap at the goals, but he's put it out of bounds on the full. Penalty kick down there. Looks like it will be taken by Formica. 15-10 to 7-10. So at the moment, 8 goals the difference as Formica kicks it towards the half-back line. Reynoldsson flies. Can't take the mark. Hits the deck. Geelong bring it out of defence. A hand pass coming over the top is towards Christensen and Reid. And Reid streaming away. He's looking for someone to lead. They have to kick it up high. And the only bloke up there is Sarcevic. He's too small. And the ball is thumped over the line out of bounds. And Ricky Klingon might have done a hamstring or a similar injury behind the play there as he streaked out of defence before with that hand pass. There he is, limping up towards centre wing area. Ball is hit down. Hand pass comes out to Grant Fowler. Fowler, a high kick towards centre wing. It's all Geelong at the moment, and it's a mark on that centre wing area. The kick comes up towards half-forward line. Grabbed there by Andrew Buse. He hooks it back towards the half-forward line. No one there for Geelong at the moment, and taking an easy mark up there is Howard.
From the half-back flank, behind play, Fowler receiving more attention for that eye problem that he had. Streaking his way through for the Cats now is Basil Flynn to half forward, and there's a Geelong mark. Looks like Paul Jeffries.
Strong mark, Sandy, wasn't it?
Directly in front, yes. In fact, worth another look, Donald.
Actually, it was a strong mark, but you see young Pratt on the side of the screen. That's what I meant about the inexperience of Hawthorn. He should have gone for the ball. But not taking away anything from Paul Jeffries, it was a good mark.
Directly in front, 35 metres out. Every goal's important. It doesn't matter how much they're down by. Well, kicks like that. Well, that is a disgrace. Out of bounds on the full.
I would have to say that most left-footers are the best kicks, in preference left or right-footers. Left-footers are always, but he is the most unpredictable left-foot kick I have ever seen.
You've hit the nail on the head. He's never been noted for his kicking. Paul Jeffries always been a great high mark.
Yes, but a left-footer is usually a good kick.
Remember Johnny Sharrock many years ago playing for Geelong. What a great kick he was on that half-forward line. There's Jeffries, though. He's going in to try and make amends. A hand pass comes back towards Turner. He can't get away with the football, and they pounce on top of it. Plenty of desperation being shown, and the bounce-up will take place on Geelong's half-forward flank area.
Still plenty of time for either side to see if they can edge away with percentage. Only played some 10 minutes or so of this final quarter. Morrissey in front, 1-2 grabs. Got one a little high anyway, so he plays straight on. Here's a chance for Goad as he goes up towards Bennett, and he takes the mark at half forward. He'll go back and have a set shot. Andy Bennett, 35 metres out, almost directly in front, kicked 1 goal. The drop punt. Set sail for home. Low trajectory, it's good, and a handy one for the Hawks.
Do something for yourself. Join the Army Reserve.
16-10 Hawthorn to Geelong's 7-10, and it could be good night Geelong. This keeps up. Bennett again. Been a steadying influence at that half-forward zone. Long to full forward. Curran will fly from behind. He does fly. Morrissey waits down, but he gets beautifully tackled, and I think he'll go for holding the ball.
Yes, that was a very good tackle for Geelong there by Scott Grover. It's in that last line of defence, a funny-looking kicking style out towards the half-back line. A pack of players went in after that one. Nigel Cole. Was that a free kick too? No, said the umpire. The throw-in will take place on the half-forward flank area there for Hawthorn as Bennett charges across to do the ruck work against the big bloke there in Brad Furman. Geelong bring it out of defence right up towards centre wing area. One out duel there. It comes off the hands of those two players out towards Scott Wade. He's done a lot of very, very good work. He dives on top of that football again, tries to punch it out, but he can't get away with it. And at nearly the 11-minute mark of this final quarter, we see Hawthorn with a commanding lead, 16-10 to 7-10.
Yes, but we'll have to wait and see if it is enough of a lead. We'll work those percentages out, Peter, at the end of the day. Kick from Basil Flynn up towards the half-forward line once again, but really, Chris Langford, although he's had that, as Don said, called it a casual approach, he's played reasonably well. Goad flew high. The umpire has plucked out a free kick on that one. And Basil will take it again. Good mark by Langford yet again.
It's frustrating, Sandy, when a player's got the ability of Langford, and really, I hope he realises he's got it and utilises it.
Turner in the middle of the ground. He can go long and direct. And that's what he's going to do. The drop punt. Bennett's the target. Tried to hoik it over the back. Cole, not Cole for Geelong, it is Grover to centre wing. A good effort to spoon it up to the bottom of the ground. Hughes has Reed out wide.
No one to kick it.
He's very indecisive, but he's got the pace to get around Curran and go up towards the half-forward line. Good smother. Still the opportunity for Geelong through Christensen. One more point on the board, however. So Ross unable to convert, 16-10 to 7-11. Time clock showing around the 14-minute mark of this final term. Not quite that, just 13.
Michael Moncrief playing today at full back. And of course he would have some chance of getting the Hawthorn senior side maybe as interchange player, I would think, for the finals, as Mark Turner kicks it out wide. There's Langford again, backing up well as he came down the ground. He kicked long, looking down there for Andrew Bennett. Bennett ducks back after the football, and the umpire said he was tripped. He's on half-forward flank, probably too far out from goal to score, but he'll be able to land it right down the goal screen. In fact, at the moment, Curran is calling for it. If you see what he goes for, a torpedo or a drop punt. It's obviously a drop punt. He always kicked that low, makes the distance, but just offline and through for one behind. So Hawthorn finding it difficult to score goals too at the moment. 16-11 to 7-11, a difference there of 9 goals.
They've added 1 point this quarter, Geelong, and the Hawks have only managed 1 goal too in a very tight 15 minutes or so of football.
The picture on the player on screen there, Sandy, must have been an exciting player, Andy Bennett, because he really hasn't shown much since he's been over here through injury and so forth.
No, he's had a lot of problems, but he was probably one of the highest flyers in South Australian football when he was there with South Adelaide. He was a very exciting player. At the moment, we're concerned with excitement of a different kind here at the Lake Oval. It looks as though
free kick back.
You're going to get another kick.
Bennett,
Considine right on that boundary line.
Bennett one day, Sandy, in South Australia, took Victoria apart, if you might recall, in an interstate game once, and he looked.
How could I forget something like that, Peter?
He looked to be absolutely anything at that stage.
We don't get a lot of joy, but it does come our way every now and again.
They had it this year again, didn't
they? Yes. So Paul Considine, tucked on the boundary line. Very high drop punt.
That's not a
bad looking kick off the boot. He's gold.
Oh.
Investigate Spectron, the family van from Ford. Discover its versatile 8-seater interior and Spectron's amazing reversible club swivel seat. Face it forward, face it back.
Name me a van that'll do more than that.
More seating combinations than you'd dream of. Investigate Spectron, the versatile family van from Ford.
Great goal by Considine to give the Hawks now a 10-goal break.
Centre of the ground. The Geelong finding it very difficult to get up into their forward zone and get through that strong Hawthorn backline. Andrew Buse was on the bottom of the pack. Now it's Ricky Klingon who seems to have recovered from that leg injury. Oh, gee, hasn't he played a great quarter down there, Langford? How many kicks is that for the quarter, Kevin? 7 kicks for the quarter and a number of marks. There's the kick. Oh, Deer gives it across to Wade. Wade kicks a mile usually. A long kick again right down towards full forward. Curran is bundled out of the way. Formica grabs it, ducks back onto the right foot, gives a hand pass instead. A left foot pass from Cleve. Comes up towards Alan Reid, who marks on half-back flank. Alan Reid has been a pretty quiet player today. I think they would have expected a lot more of him, the Geelong side. As Reid kicks towards centre wing. Reynoldsson goes up in front. A good strong mark in front of Langford. Reynoldsson, he's got the loose man if he kicks it quickly. He looks up there for Nigel Cole. Knocked away by good play, Ross Christensen. Ducks back into trouble.
Well tackled.
Caught holding the ball, I would think. Yes, very, very good tackle, but he should have given the hand pass in the first place.
15 metres for not throwing the ball back correctly. Good tackle.
That's that lack of pace I was talking about, Don, with Ross Christensen there. I reckon he needs to get those spikes on over the summer and do some pro running.
Yeah, we noticed that earlier, Peter, when he tried to run around that man on the mark and kicking for goal.
DeWald into the open goal. He shoots with a long drop punt. It looks good. It hits the post.
Yeah.
Hits the post for one behind only. But if it was any thinner, that padding that really gets you, doesn't it, Pete?
Well, it is. That padding is thick at the bottom of those posts. Very difficult to get the ball through. But, he's kind of hysterical. Basil Flynn, half-back flank. Breaks away and gives it across to Andrew Buse. Buse coming up the centre wing. Scotty Wade, good play. Scott Wade almost caught him, but Buse gets away, hooks it back. That's a great individual effort. Up towards 4 foot. Oh, don't tell me this is another mark. No, it's not on this occasion. And the kick on the left foot was from Pratt, right down towards the half-back line. A good mark to Basil Flynn. And I think they should have changed their tactics in this quarter, Geelong, Don, and started to short pass around their forward line instead of kicking it high because they've been badly outmarked.
Well, they started well in that first part of this quarter, Peter, and but they just haven't regrouped and gone on with it.
Oh. Half-back flank, Alan Goad, a lovely hand pass. That's good play out to Fowler. Fowler will go back to Goad. I wouldn't mind betting they get a goal from this play because this is great play. Alan Goad down towards centre half forward, fires at the goal.
Not again. Don't listen. Don't say anything.
Out of bounds on the full. Killer Goad. I think, Don, he's a mate of yours. I tell you what, he must have learned his kicking from you, I think. Well, there's Alan Reid on half-back flank nevertheless, and Geelong have had all sorts of problems up in attack. They've been let down by their forwards. Geelong, Hawthorn forwards far too strong. There's a hand pass coming to Nigel Cole. He kicks it back towards the centre wing, but that wind is pretty strong out there, and the ball floats over the line and out of bounds. Paul Abbott, who formerly wore Don Scott's old number, actually 23 at one stage in his career. Free kick for kicking in danger, in fact, said the umpire, and it will go to Geelong on the half-back line.
53, plays 114, up a fraction early. DeWald again waiting at the back, puts it out into the space. Here comes Curran, tapping it over the top for Bennett, just a little too far, however.
Oh, look at this.
Geelong may get out of trouble, although Fowler was unable to take the mark. He does have support through the form of Allen. His kick is smothered by Reynoldsson. Thumped down towards the half-forward line. The big men now, a chance to clear, but he just ducked his head, Basil.
He did too.
And really, that is an incorrect decision, is it not? However, he does get the benefit of the doubt on this occasion. Morrissey caught behind. Interfered, said the umpire. James doesn't like it, but that's the way it will go. Some 20 minutes just about have gone. Down towards the full forward zone. Moncrief again. Straight to DeWald, who's got plenty of time. Langford saying, go for a run, Ali. And he does. Langford can shepherd. Draws the play, gives it across to Langford. Volks could go over the top again. That Morrissey to full forward. At the back is Allen.
Oh, well done.
But good spoil. Allen goes in again, or he waits for the ball to come out. It doesn't. And we'll see a
That
ball
was
up.
great play by number 44, wasn't it? For Micah.
It was good play. It's a pity a few of the other Geelong players couldn't apply themselves in the same way. Actually, he's been not a bad player all day. Not a good player, but not a bad player either.
Well, that sums it up.
Don will have to think of the $100 shortly too, Sandy. You'll be pleased to know while you were away over at the World Athletic Championships that Don gave $100 for encouragement one week.
Oh, well, that's good. The Cats in all sorts of bother. Goad could have almost tackled too high. Buse sneaks away with the football, though. He's going to try another run, one of those runs, but he gets caught this time. Hawthorn still showing that great desperation to sneak into the 5, and we'll see a ball up in their half-forward region.
Incidentally, congratulations, Sandy, on the coverage of that marathon we got back here. It was magnificent coverage.
I'd like
and to be able to converse for 2¼ hours and keep asking questions was a great effort.
It was terrific. Well done.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now we'll get back to the football. Push to the outer side. Considine. He's got plenty of pace, this youngster. Uses it. Long in towards goal. Where's Curran at the back? Tell you what, that's good. No. He must have got a touch.
That must have been going through for a goal.
I think he did touch it. And 17-13 now to 7-11. So the margin is 10 goals to. Bennett forcing it down. A hurried kick gathers little distance. And we'll see another bounce. So the crowd, only reasonably small, but figuring that this is all but over, have decided to depart. Bennett trying to pluck it out of the air, does so and gets flattened in the process and goes for holding the ball, and he just lays on the ground saying, I don't believe it. Sarcevic, what are his stats, Kevin, for the game? 13 kicks. Yes, he's been pretty busy.
15 handballs,
and
though,
15
Sandy.
handballs, my word. Morrissey in front, Bennett from behind, Reynoldsson in the middle, and it is the latter who comes away. Back towards the centre, coming in from the side and doing it ever so casually was Paul Abbott. DeWald, long towards Curran. Morrissey is there too. Cleaves for Geelong does the spoiling work. Into the open goal goes Curran, and he's put it through. Good night, Geelong.
When something's wrong with an important part of your body, you go to a specialist. It's the same with your car's brakes. Here, Gerlock, our specialist manufacturers and repairers. For $6, Gerlock's specialist mechanics clean and adjust your brakes, check your entire braking system, and give you a written report. Your $6 is refunded on all brake jobs. Gerlock, it's better to be safe than sorry. Check the location of your nearest Gerlock Service Centre.
18-13 to 7-11 as I speak. Morrissey has left the ground for Hawthorn. We're about to enter time on. Considine picks it up beautifully. Gets the handball away. The Hawks go surging forward through Lee again, down towards full forward. Curran is there, so too is Cleaves. Goad trying to do some shepherding work. Getting his hurried kick was Allen in towards full forward. Unable to be picked up on the half volley. Cleaves is there for Geelong. Oh, it's not a good handball. It's under pressure and it's high. Could it give Allen another chance? He drops the ball, puts it in front of him and goes to ground himself, and a bounce will take place.
Peter Curran, of course, has kicked 8 goals now in a very good effort at full forward. In this quarter, Craig Cleave has been playing him very close. There's Peter Curran on the left of screen and has been frustrating him a lot. There's a snap at the goals, offline though, and through for 1 behind, said the goal umpire. So Hawthorn, that was by Paul Considine who kicked that. 18-14 to 7-11, and at the moment we would think that if they maintain that, they could sneak into the 5, Sandy.
Yes, it would appear so, but we'll wait for the experts to work out the percentages, I think, to see exactly what will happen. And of course, our coverage as Cole goes away towards Reid. He hasn't got the pace to pick it up. Goad tried to get the handball going. Reid again. The free kick going the way of Geelong. Hawthorn fans not liking it, but it will be Walsh who goes short, and Reynoldsson with a chance to score. 40 metres out, directly in front.
And behind the play, when Nigel Cole kicked that ball, he immediately did a hamstring, I think, and walked straight off the ground to be replaced. On interchanges, we see Reynoldsson from 30 metres out. Fire at the goals. It won't make. It does make the distance. It actually was caught by the wind and sneaked through for a goal.
So Reynoldsson kicks his second goal. And they all count. Everyone they can get. My word, they do. It doesn't matter if they're trailing by 10. 18-14.
Isn't that funny?
To 8-11.
Oh, isn't that?
Pardon?
We were talking about attitude before, you know, and you see a player smile like that. A player ran past, must have made some amusing comment, and he smiled, you know, his own teammate. You know, that's something I think that's lacking in Geelong, and maybe it's permeating from the seniors down to the reserves, because the seniors are not really having a go, and these young fellas here are not having a go either with what's at stake.
Centre of the ground. That's Sarcevic in there again. Oh, geez, been a good battle today for the catching goes Scott Lee. Can't take the mark. The ball is thumped right out towards the boundary line. In fact, it goes over the line and out of bounds. And there's Scott Lee on the right. Now there's Tommy Hafey in the centre again. And, of course, Kevin Sheehan. The ball is knocked down to the ground. It's grabbed there for the Geelong side on that occasion by Steve Hocking. Up towards Damien Drum. And I'll tell you what, if they scored a couple of quick goals here into the breeze, it could make all the difference to that percentage. It's still on centre wing, though, as Scotty Wade, he's been a good player, gets it out to Goad. Goad gives it to the running Fowler. Fowler with a further hand pass across. Firing into goals is Mark Turner, and I think he's put it through. No, just offline. Mark Turner on your screen. The goal umpire fooled us there. And it just went the wrong side of the goalpost. 18-15 to 8-11, Hawthorn well in front.
And into time on, there won't be a lot of time on either, because it hasn't been a high-scoring term by any stretch of the imagination. Alan Reid takes it off the pack, goes back towards the centre. De Wald is there, and he takes it on the chest. Ali won't be in any great rush.
Just got a feeling Hawthorn know what type of percentage that they needed.
I think you're right. I was just thinking exactly the same
the way
thing
they're playing.
Exactly, Peter, because they've really slowed down since three-quarter time, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Considine, booming kick. Curran the flyer in front, but can't complete the mark. Cleaves has the ball held. Eventually it's stolen by Buse, who gives it away to his teammate there in Grover. Grover, another handball, and they're out of trouble. Back towards that half-back flank, it will be Clark, who gets his kick down towards the wing, only once again to see Howard intercept for Hawthorn. He goes into the middle. There he finds Killer, who casually goes on with the job. Grant Fowler's been able to find a space on his own an awful lot in this term, but he kicks right into the square, and it's all Geelong. Cleaves with handball out of strife. Flynn's kick. Young Basil towards centre wing. It goes over the line, and another throw-in to take place. Well, siren must only be seconds away.
Well done, Sandy.
Thank you. That electrical devices worked perfectly today. And the final score, as our statistician goes to work out the percentage, 18-15 Hawthorn, 123 have beaten Geelong, 8-11-59, and hopefully we'll have some news of the percentage and the 5 position after this break.
You continue to drink and drive, you haven't a hope of holding your licence much longer. So don't overstep the mark. Don't drive over .05. You could blow your licence and suffer heavy fines to boot.
After the game, I'm happy to get home and have a beer. The best place to have a beer is at home, not before you drive.
Having a big sip and then driving is dumber than playing in thongs. So if you've got your drinking boots on, don't drive over .05.
What goes into our wholemeal multigrain bread? Wholemeal and soya flour, kibble wheat and rye, flaxseed, buckwheat, and wheat bran. Weight Watchers' new wholemeal multigrain. All the flavour, nutrition and fibre you look for. And only 48 calories per slice.
Round and around and around and around it goes. Houses, boats and cars so clean they glow.
Swirl on with a built-in suds dispenser, improved angled head, optional extension handle, and original swirling action. Swirl on swirls away dirt and grime just about anywhere. And at this low recommended retail price, Swirl on is top value too.
Round and around and around it goes.
Swirl on. Look for it at fine retailers everywhere.
KTEL welcomes you aboard Hooked on Classics 3. Journey through the classics. The Royal Philharmonic Orchestra is sounding great as they go into orbit on Journey through the classics. Fasten your ears, sit back and enjoy the most exhilarating classical journey since the world became hooked on classics. Journey through the classics, exclusively from KTEL. May the hook be with you.
And checking the quarter-by-quarter scores before we give you the percentages, Hawthorn in that final term added 3 goals 6. They restricted Geelong to 1 goal 1 and ran out very easy winners, 18-15 to 8-11. But that's not where it's important. The important factor is surrounding the percentage. And Kevin O'Neill, not a brilliant mathematician by any stretch of the imagination, but we think our statistician is correct. We've got a number of Hawthorn people waiting down here. Look at them. Can we get a shot of these Hawthorn people? Russell, please. Russell also is doing his maths. Well, we would like to announce to you, we believe that Hawthorn has a percentage of 115.1. Geelong has a percentage of 109.16, which puts Hawthorn into the 5. So there we are.
I can tell you there's some loyal Hawthorn supporters there. Some real Hawthorn people.
Well, they were very pleased to hear that news. We sincerely hope that it is correct. 115.10 for Hawthorn. Geelong 109.16. Peter, I think at this stage we might go into some highlights of the game.
Right, and there are some great highlights in this match, Sandy, as we saw throughout the game. There was some great passages of play, and that was a hand pass over to Peter Curran and a very, very easy goal, one of his 8 for the day. And here were the Hawks again, running in 3s and 4s. Andrew Bennett, a lovely hand pass to Alan Goad. Alan Goad fires low into the breeze and kicks a very nice goal. That was good teamwork by the Hawks. There's Mark Turner with that low left foot pass. Jamie Morrissey just read it beautifully over the back of the pack into the goal for another easy goal to the Hawks, and they seem to do it a lot easier than what Geelong did. There's Turner again, number 44, snapping it back towards the centre half forward area. Is grabbed by Andy Bennett. He hooks it back beautifully. That was a lovely snap kick by the ex-South Australian. Once again, the hand pass. There's Scotty Wade lining up the goals. 2 good hand passes there from Curran and also by Alan Goad. And there's the frustration of Ross Christensen and the delight there shown there by Scotty Wade. Ellie DeWald kicks it down again, looking down towards Curran against Cleve. Hand pass comes back to Curran. Curran into the open goal, and once again a goal, one of the 8 kicked today by Peter Curran.
Yes, a very good performance there by Peter Curran. 3 in the first term and 3 in the second to set up that 8-goal haul by the Hawthorn forward. We'll take a break now, and when we come back, Don is analysing him. He considers the best player on the ground, and we will have that announcement and just summarising the game generally. Back in just a moment.
Mitsubishi Sigma, Australia's most powerful 4, with the famous Astron 2.6. With superb ride, superb comfort, and a refined suspension system that gives you excellent handling. Mitsubishi Sigma.
Little girl dreads the next time her dad takes his bike onto the high wire.
A whole lot just came down on top of her. I don't want to watch this.
The story of a brave little girl, a tough young boy, and a shop assistant who ran away from home and became a star, and 3 guys who risked everything they had for a dream and brought what is often a nightmare.
Madam, you come and say...
Out of the many great Willisey films, The Little Big Top is as good as the best.
And we welcome you back to the Lake Oval. Well, good players on the Geelong side have been pretty hard to find. Don's had a look at the Hawthorn lineup. I think, Don, possibly before we announce who the $100 goes to, if you'd like to generally just run through both sides and pick out the players you thought contributed.
Well, actually, before we get to that, Sandra, I just think it was interesting the way the game started off. I thought it was a tremendous game because Geelong really did go, and they knew what was at stake, and they really did apply themselves. But I had an inkling. I said to Peter halfway through that first quarter, I said Hawthorn are going to win this because the Hawthorn players were really running. And I mentioned we laughed last week about the collision. There was a collision over on that half-forward flank, and the Hawthorn players were fair dinkum. When two teammates run into one another like that, they're fair dinkum. And Geelong gave it away. You saw a lot of fumbling. Now, the fumbling doesn't come from the lack of skill or whatever, and it comes from the harassment of the other players, and this is where Hawthorn excelled today. And there weren't too many Geelong players standing up at the end. And I only found two, and they're lesser lights. I thought Formica, he wasn't. He wasn't a good player, and he wasn't a bad player, but he was at least having a go. And I thought the other one was Sarcevic. Died out a bit in the last quarter, but he was in there having a go as well. The rest of them, they weren't worth anything.
And on the other side of the ledger?
On the other side, and I've mentioned about senior players, how they come back and they don't have a go in the reserves, but today they did. But I'd like, before I give the award, mention a few younger players that, contributed to Hawthorn. I thought Mark Turner made a couple of bad mistakes, really bad mistakes, which you can't afford to do in crucial games such as this, where you let your player go and they kick goals from his bad mistakes. I thought young Considine did some really good things, setting up play. And I thought Moncrief's act, when he backed into the back of the pack there, that was real desperate stuff.
And he played well all day, didn't he?
Well, he took a few marks from behind when he should have been punching the ball. It wasn't a real disciplined display, but it was something that I haven't seen Moncrief do in the times that I've played with him. But I'll give it to three players today, and I thought their effort was tremendous.
You'll give the $100 to three players?
Well, can we split it? 33 each. 33 and a third.
$1 for postage.
Exactly. And the first I'll mention is Scott Wade. I thought his highlight was, in the fourth quarter there when he really did chase a player, and I think that summarised his play. The camera just went off the second fellow, Ali de Wild. He really put himself in today, and he's the second one. Well, he better walk back into camera, I think. And the other one, Alan Killer Goad. Well, Killer's been on me to give him $100 for a while now. Well, Killer, I've $77 short, but you got 33, and I thought his effort...
67.
67.
I hope you didn't do the percentages, did you?
I thought his effort was one full of credit. And it was the senior players that really did contribute today, and they realised what it's at stake, and I hope if they want to go on, those younger fellows in the team, especially on the back line, have got to start and pull together and take a lead from the senior fellows.
Okay, thank you, Don. So, Goad, DeWald and Wade, $33.33 each. Interesting, that. And let's have a look at what's coming up on 7, because next week particularly, it's a big week. The elimination final is Essendon and Carlton. That game starting at 2 o'clock at VFL Park, whilst at the MCG at 2:30, Fitzroy play Hawthorn in the qualifying final. And don't forget too, the Army Reserve Cup continuing next week. They'll have to work out the games now that this game is complete as to who will play where and when. But our coverage will be live next Saturday morning. Certainly hope that you can join Peter McKenna, Don Scott and myself for that presentation.
The Army Reserve Cup was another live football presentation from 7 Sport. On Monday night in Sons and Daughters,
you go ahead with this, you can count me out of your life for good.
how will Angela react to John's ultimatum?
You don't understand.
What new scheme is Christine cooking up?
All your daughter-in-law is nothing but a money-hungry schemer.
And Amanda really socks it to Patricia in Sons and Daughters, Monday, 7 o'clock.
People often say to me, it must be bedlam in here, round about news time. This is our central communications panel, and it's from here that we're in constant touch with all our news-gathering sources. Our news cars, vans, a direct link with the police and our interstate newsrooms.
7 Melbourne, this is 7 News Sydney, do you read?
And of course, our very own... Chief of Staff Dermot. Our very own
Charlie
helicopter.
Hotel Victor to 7 News Base.
All coordinated from here. They make it look easy, don't they? And that's all part of our job, making it seem easy.
Mel Walden and the 7 National News team, keeping you in the picture.